and read the comments. We are live.
Do I dare attempt it? Yeah, why not?
Let's give it a minute for people to filter in.
Yeah, exactly.
Try your thing.
It's just so not going to work.
Oh, I'm live. To mute myself over there.
Well, it seemed to. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Let's see. Oh, I got one person on my side.
Nice.
I'm going to the creator studio so I can bust out the chat.
Oh, good point. Okay.
So I can just break out the chat.
Let me close my door up here. Back.
No problem.
Oh, do you want to send the link to Maggie and Versace?
I don't. Why don't you just cut and paste it and send it to them because I don't have their info.
Okay, hold on. Now I have to work.
What's up, Lou? Lou's in here.
Okay.
What's up, Dickie? Derek, what's up?
Hey,
no, Derek, we are actually going to do this thing. We're going to be talking about stuff. We're just waiting for some people to get in here. So we're just giving it a second. Lou, I was thinking about you, though, when my cousin was here the whole time. So I even made that stream and I mentioned you. Thanks, Lou. It's a Browns hat. You know me.
I should probably... Can I do that?
So what are you up to, Lou? Yeah, nice shirt, Mike, Lou says.
Darn right. I dressed up just for the stream.
Whatever stream you want to be in. Yeah, you can go to Mike's or mine. Well, I'll try to tell everybody what you guys are saying over here. And hopefully Mike does the same. Yeah. We're trying to get 2 more people in here.
Yeah, I'm being rude. Sorry.
Yeah, Mike's being mean. What's up, Chris? Why did reviewers not care for Days Gone? I loved it. I know I did too. Well, I don't want to get political, but some of the reviews were political. And some of them, I did understand some of them. There were some technical. When it first came out, there were some issues. There were some glitches and stuff like that. It has gotten better over time. But some of the reviews I read were just like, they didn't like that it starred a white guy. And I don't want to get into the politics of that, but it was just silliness. So, but other than that, I think it's a great game. It's not for everybody. I would say it's a solid 7.5, 8. I actually think I would have said it was a 7, but maybe it moved up to an 8 because they've improved it so much. Pretty much just unpacked and set up. All right, Lou.
I sent the links out, so hopefully they'll be able to join us.
Right. We're getting some more people in. We're getting a few more people in, and we'll be starting. So, the state of hey, what's happening?
What's up?
Hi, sorry, I got stuff on my wall. I hope you don't mind.
I got stuff on my wall too. I hope you don't mind. What do you got on your wall? Let's see what you got.
Well, I got a whole bunch of posters. My entire room is covered in posters. I like posters. I have cons all the time here in Memphis. We have 3 cons throughout the year.
I spotted a dad shirt.
Oh yeah, I got my dad shirt. It's so comfy.
That's cool. So what cons do you go to? What kind of cons?
Whoa. Hi.
Hey. What's up?
Well,
hello.
The biggest con that we have here in Memphis is the Anime Blues Con. Mm-hmm. That's coming up soon. Then we also have the Memphis Con and then the Memphis Fantasy Con, and those are all good.
Are they all anime?
No, they're all just kind of a bit of everything.
Okay.
So it's I've always liked going.
There's only one big one by me, and it's called Colossal Con. It's a huge anime convention.
Cool. Yeah, Anime Blues Con is the biggest. The other 2 take place in a big hotel we have here.
Speaking of cons, me and Mike want to start a con.
That's right.
Oh, yes.
Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah, we're looking into it a little bit. Mike, how's your stream going?
Yeah, technical difficulties on the high production value stream here.
Oh, no!
I'm getting
Not the
no
high
video.
production value.
It's just failing left and right.
Now it's just
Cece, I think I'm going to tell everyone just to come in on your stream.
Okay. Chris D said we better have booth babes. I don't know if you can do that in 2019. We can have booth babes and dudes. How about that?
I mean, Keith Apicary could be a booth babe.
Yeah. Keith. I'll tell you, some of the women do go pretty nuts for
I can
him.
see that.
I've witnessed it firsthand.
I could see that.
If you guys ever get a chance and you truly want to live, go do some karaoke with Nathan.
I would love to.
I love karaoke. I was on a cruise ship and we did karaoke, and I went to like every karaoke thing that there was, and it got to a point. It got to a point where the karaoke guy would be like, "Sup, Maggie?" I'm like, "Hey, karaoke guy."
I used
awesome.
to be a local at a karaoke place, and he always knew we were coming every month. It was really fun.
That's cool.
This stupid karaoke talk is making my blood pressure rise.
Mike,
I'm about to go
bring-
dive into a corner.
Mike's we're gonna bust Mike out of this stuff. We're gonna like break him out of his shell because
When you're straight edge, you have to let loose somehow.
Yeah, like sing a song about like
Nope.
I don't know.
Nope.
No
Mike-
singing songs.
Mike was getting all nervous the other day when I was about to ride a roller coaster. I was live streaming. I
Oh
was in
no,
line. And he was nervous for me.
no! I'm about to go to Universal. I'm really excited.
Cool. In California or
Orlando.
Orlando.
Yeah,
I've been to the one in California. I haven't been to the one in Orlando, but I want to go so bad.
I went once in 2013 for Minecon.
Oh, cool.
Minecon 2013. I was one of those kids. I was a Minecraft child.
My wife is playing Minecraft right now.
Oh yeah. Hi.
Well, hello.
She can't hear you, but
She's into it.
all right, here's your head.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Play
Oh,
Minecraft. It's cool.
here's an ear.
Hello,
Hello.
Dustin.
Hey, congratulations.
Hi. Congratulations.
So, what else do you guys play besides Minecraft?
Well, I haven't played it since about 2013. I'm sure.
What are you into now?
Well, one of my favorite games ever is Portal 2.
Yes.
That's a good one.
And there's this one game that I have to bring to everyone's attention. I don't know if it's live streaming right now, but I have to bring it to everyone's attention. You have to look up this game called Broken Age. It is. I mentioned it back when in the game suggestion. It was one of the first ones. It's the best game ever. It's a beautiful game. It's got freaking Elijah Wood and Jack Black. It's got like a whole bunch of famous voice actors, and nobody knows about it. And I'm like, how?
Yeah, definitely never heard of it.
Yeah, I haven't heard of it either.
It's so good. It's on Steam, and it's by Double Fine, the people that made Psychonauts.
Right.
Oh, cool.
And it's so good. And I'm just like, how do you not know what it is? It should be better known. I don't know why.
A lot that happens a lot with games, though. They just kind of fall through the cracks sometimes. You know, if somebody doesn't. Sometimes a lot of good games that happens too.
It's so good. It's so good. Like, it is so good.
I'll have to check it out.
Space, and then also at the same time other stuff. I can't even go into it.
I've been playing a lot of Mario Maker 2 myself, but did you guys see the news on the Switch Lite?
What happened?
They announced a new Switch today. It's going to be a Switch that doesn't switch. It's
What?
Yeah, controllers won't move out.
It's a no Switch.
I'm sorry. What's the point?
It's just a handheld.
It's just a Nintendo.
It's just a handheld.
For visual reference, this is the size. It's going to be without one Joy-Con. That's the size of what it's going to be like.
Why?
It's going to have a
so the
smaller
screens are going to
screen.
be.
But why though?
It's the
It's
entry
cheaper.
level Switch. Yeah, it's gonna be like $200 and non-detachable Joy-Cons, no HD rumble, so that's gone.
The biggest thing it's missing is you can't hook it to a TV.
Yeah, kind of a big deal. Just a big deal. Just a little big deal.
The
I don't know.
whole thing about the Switch was that it could do all this cool stuff, and now it's like, hey, remember all that stuff everyone liked? Let's get rid of that.
That's right.
Bless.
Yeah,
So-
how can you even call it a Switch?
So Kevin, who is this for? That's my question.
I will tell you, I did see a few of my customers actually say they were interested in it. The only thing I think, like what people think they're going to be getting is they're going to have like a secondary one. Now, maybe like a more durable one they can take with them, a little bit smaller, easy to fit in your pocket, maybe, but
Right.
it's still too big to put in a pocket. The only problem is, you really can't have two accounts. You can't, like, your account doesn't transfer between Switches. So Nintendo's going to have to come up with a way for people to have their account on multiple systems.
Right.
Because I do see people buying a second one.
Do you
yeah,
think this is going to take the place of 2DS? Between the price point.
I do think
Ooh.
finally they're going to stop supporting the 3DS. They're going to start just moving everything over to Switch. The other problem with it is some games aren't going to work on it, like Mario Party, for example, because you have to use Joy-Cons
Yeah.
attached to Mario Party. So
No.
it's like not. I don't know. I think it's honestly for me. I'm looking at it like I'm going to have to answer all these questions to customers that come in, and it's going to suck. They'll be like, "What? This doesn't do?" No, I don't think people are going to understand that you can't hook it to a TV and all that.
Yeah, that's a huge deal. But don't forget the biggest improvement. It has a D-pad now.
Yeah, that is a big improvement.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, Pip said it's so dumb of Nintendo.
Well, from what I've seen, I think they're trying to appeal to the kids that the mother and father aren't going to pay $300 for a system when there are limited options out there. So now they can get a Switch for $200 rather than necessarily like a 2DS. I think that's what they're going for to expand their audience.
Dickie Dewar, he's actually one of my employees. Hopefully, still one of my employees. I have to get him moved to the new store.
Derek
hopefully.
is awesome.
Yeah, Derek's awesome. He asked if the screen resolution is the same. It is 720p on it. So yeah, Derek, it is.
I mean, I guess that's good for the smaller screen, but I mean,
yeah. So now a lot of people are wondering if they're going to come out with a Switch Pro, like a little bit better one. So
just
that would
like
be nice.
Like a bigger 3DS. They're just gonna do a bigger Switch, and then it's gonna get to a ridiculous point.
Mm-hmm. Derek said lame. It's lame.
I mean, we'll see what happens, but I don't know. There's a lot of things that they're taking away. But the general consensus is if you have a Switch, the regular Switch, you do not need to buy this one. So all of us that have Switches,
I'm not going to be getting one personally, but yeah.
I do like that they come in different colors. There's 3 colors available at launch. There's going to be a turquoise, a gray, and a yellow.
Yeah.
Wait, I think I did see something about this.
I wasn't. How do you guys feel about the colors? Because I was just.
I remember seeing a bright yellow on my phone, like I could slide and see like news feeds, and I just saw a bright yellow Switch, and I'm just like, what? I'm like, I thought it was just some limited release.
Very interesting choice of like 3 colors to do.
Right.
Yes.
Like, I don't hate all of them, but like as like put together, it feels like it makes no sense.
Why not have like a red and blue one? Like those are the colors of the original Switch.
Yeah, exactly.
I have the one with all red.
Yeah, I do too.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I like the turquoise one. It's kind of cool, but the other colors. There's also going to be a special limited edition one that's going to be released in November. I think in conjunction with Pokemon.
A little French lady in my chat just said, "What? No pink?"
No pink.
Yeah.
Hello,
little French lady.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, I'm sure they'll have like skins.
Pip has this. Pip says she has the lime green and hot pink. That's the Splatoon one.
Ooh.
It came with Splatoon, if I remember.
Yeah, because
right.
Pip got hers free because she wrote half the software for it. That's why. That's why she could have any color she wants.
Really?
No. Oh. I mess with Pip because it's like a Sea of Thieves. When we used to play Sea of Thieves, we always used to bust Pip that she would write code for the Sea of Thieves developers. But
Pip was a lifesaver at too many games. She was my handler for Mario when I walked around as my giant Mario.
I've yet to get Sea of Thieves. Like I've looked into it. I'm just like, I don't have the money.
Yeah, it's so good. It's really good now that they They updated everything, and you can now fish. So I know
Ooh,
Pip is like
fishing.
the ultimate master of Sea of Thieves.
I was kind of hoping to get Sleek in here so we could talk to him about starting NACON.
That's right, NACON 2020.
Yeah,
And
Sleek in chat.
And CC Games has so nicely offered his barn to host NACON 2020.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that barn's not big enough.
I don't know if I'd be comfortable going into some person's barn. You guys want to host a Comic-Con in my barn?
It's going to be amazing.
No, actually, like right by me, I told you that the big Colossal Con. I was looking into maybe getting a convention going there with video games and Nathan and all kinds of other stuff.
It'd be fun.
It would be.
I would fly out to wherever it is and go. I usually can't really go to any cons.
If you guys want to look it up, Sandusky, Ohio, it's Kalahari. It's like the biggest indoor water park in the world. I mean, I think it's in the country, maybe not in the world, but it's all indoor, and they have a huge convention center.
Yeah.
Sleek says he's right here.
Oh, is he?
He is in chat, yeah.
Oh,
He's like, I'm right here.
Whose chat is he in?
Mike.
Live stream.
Oh, he's in Mike's.
Yeah. Evidently, it is working.
We need to hire Sleek to get us going on this because he seems to know what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to need a team of people.
We're gonna need to assemble a team.
Yeah, Avengers assemble.
Yeah.
NACONers assemble.
Yes.
Wow.
Amy wants us to bring NACON to the UK.
NACON to the UK.
Yeah, I think we're going to need to set it up here first.
Yeah, let's do
a trial run.
Right.
We'll have NACON over here, and then we'll have NACON UK. Yeah.
It's going to be hard enough to get out there to the US anyway.
Yeah, right. Most people have a hard time just traveling in general.
What's NACON stand for?
Chappie's in my
convention.
Nathan convention?
Yep.
Yeah. Can we get like a giant statue of Nathan?
We can.
The real thing.
Yes.
That's a good point. We could probably get the real thing.
We could probably get the real thing.
I just know a guy that could probably.
Why not have both?
We could probably do that too.
Get like a butter statue of Nathan.
That would be kind of incredible.
That would be.
Nathan is as wild in person as he is on his videos. I'll just tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was watching Lucifer. I looked up which episode. The Netflix. I saw somebody posted like just watching Lucifer and a wild Nathan appears. And I'm like, which episode is that? And then I looked it up and I'm like, hey, that's him. That's the dude.
No, I've gone through the IMDb and seen quite a few things with him in it.
He's an everywhere kind of dude.
From the show.
Oh, right.
Yeah, if you guys want to see a funny stream, watch the stream I did from Too Many Games. He was climbing buildings and doing crimes.
And now CC Games is an accessory to crimes. So
do crimes.
That's perfect.
Be Nathan, do crimes.
That's him in a nutshell. And I wish my battery would have lasted longer because he was doing more crimes later. He was actually getting a little bit more. Remember we could talk about that. He was trying to get into the pool. Remember the pool, Mike?
For a second time.
He was trying to climb up into the hotel, into the rafters of the hotel, so he could climb over the wall and drop down into the pool. He was determined to get in that pool.
Yeah. And he was legitimately upset that he didn't get in.
There was no way he was getting in.
I like to imagine he was fully clothed too.
Yeah.
Like
That would be really creepy if he wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, I mean like he was like in a bathing suit. He wasn't like
No.
he was just like wanting to get.
Well, he does like to run around in his underwear, so
yeah, he's very comfortable with his body.
This is not what I meant.
He says his underwear is just like wrestling, what they wear for wrestling. So
I mean that's true. I don't see a problem with it.
I saw somebody posted like just watching Lucifer and a wild Nathan. Oh, dude, I sound weird. I'm watching the stream at the same time.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, don't do that
to yourself.
Don't cross the streams.
Don't do it.
I have a baby voice.
No, you're fine. My voice sucks, so I hate hearing myself.
Their own voice sucks,
right?
Because you hear it different than it comes out.
Yeah, it always sounds different in your head than it does when you hear it.
I've read somewhere that there's something to do with the vibrations in your head. I don't know.
Yeah, you sound fine.
Thanks. Thank
You sound like
you.
a human.
Thank you. That's the best compliment I've gotten all week.
You know what's really weird is there's a guy that streams. I'm trying to remember his name, but there's a guy that streams and he would stream on the PlayStation. He sounds exactly like me. And he came into my stream and said I stole his voice. And then I watched his stream. I'm like, holy crap, he has the identical voice. It is crazy.
I mean, I've been told I look like people. Like somebody's like, you look exact. I've been told I look like somebody's best friend at least 5 times in my life. And then my teacher once told me I looked like Arya from the Game of Thrones.
I haven't seen Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Me neither. And I had to look her up and be like, does she look like me? And I'm like, I guess.
So we got some other people like Miles Morales says, I wish I could hang out. By the way, Miles Morales, that was a pretty kick-ass movie you're in, the
Would
Spider-Man.
you guys like Sleek to join the chat?
If Sleek wants to pop in, that's fine.
Sleek joined the
wanting
party.
a link.
Okay. You can send him a link.
Yeah.
I will figure out how to do that.
Just cut and
just
paste
DM
the one you got.
Okay, cool.
It's just one link. It could be easier.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
That's
hope you
why-
guys are ready for Sleek live in person.
I've never seen Sleek live in person.
haven't either.
Oh,
let's see Sleek.
dude. It's an important moment here.
This is going to be incredible.
Sauce really wants us to
Yeah.
have Sleek in here.
Derek, my employee, he looks like Dana White. Everybody tells him he looks like Dana White. It is funny. He does look like Dana White.
He does look like Dana White.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Vanna White.
I was also thinking of
Perfect.
Vanna White.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Sleek is linked.
Oh,
All
boy.
right. Oh, anybody got a drum roll? Mike, where's the production value?
I have a couple guitars. I mean, unfortunately, no drums.
Hold on.
Derek wants to know who Paige and Maggie is. They're all part of like Dad's Discord and Tom's
Oh.
Discord.
I'm
And,
Verseska. Hello.
yeah, Verseska. It says Paige on the.
That's my real name.
Yeah, it's
Surprise, surprise.
So,
You guys hear the drum roll?
Verseska. Yes,
Hold on.
but
I gotta-
everybody's part of. We're all big
We're building a media
community.
group.
Yeah, we're trying to build
We're
a
all
community.
mayheads.
Yeah, I just saw, hey, does anybody want to be a part of a thing? I'm like, I like being included in things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're gonna have random people on. Hey, Derek, if you want to pop on too, I can send
Yeah.
you the link and you can
Uh-oh.
we can show. Hey, what's up,
It's
Sleek?
There he is.
There he is.
Hi.
Let's
Nice
hear his voice.
beard.
My hair is whack. Hold on. I'll be right back. I meant to do this. I was going to do this for you guys.
Well,
I was going to fix my hair.
Okay.
But I was going to do this.
I would fix my hair if I
And
had
give you a
to.
drum roll. And yeah, I'm going to fix my hair real quick. Give me a second. I'll be right
Okay.
back.
I had like a drum roll playing on my phone, playing into my headphones. It was big, elaborate, unnecessary.
Oh, you want to talk about unnecessary and elaborate technology? Whew.
Yes,
Take
let
a
us.
picture of this setup. It is ridiculous.
Yeah. Speaking of someone who likes elaborate, unnecessary technology, that would be Nathan.
Yeah.
He
Like those-
loves.
I,
Go ahead.
when I think of elaborate, unnecessary technology, I think of those forks that spin themselves for spaghetti. That was completely off topic, but I just
I could have used one of those. I just ate some spaghetti.
spaghetti.
Sounds delicious.
It was. I made it myself. All right. Sleek, how's the hair coming along?
I think he died.
He's
Sleek knows
in
that
the
this isn't being
washroom.
broadcast on like nationwide TV, right? It's not
We're all.
I
so
should have gotten my nice dad shirt on.
I know. I saw Mike's shirt and then I felt underdressed.
Yes, mission accomplished.
I'm underdressed too. I'm just wearing.
I could go get my Hawaiian shirt, but
I
Really,
just go
there's
out
one
and get my
person
prom
here.
dress.
There's one person here that takes this seriously. Unbelievable.
I
So disappointed.
Oh, sorry,
put on a
Mike.
shirt for this.
I'm sorry.
I'm very professional.
Okay, there we go. Hey, guys.
Oh, get
Whoa.
nutted.
All right, here we are. Better?
Yes.
All right.
What's your shirt say?
It says all I do is smoke lettuce. It's not that that's all I do. It's just I live in a bad neighborhood. So when people walk up to me and ask me if I do other things, I just go, no, all I do is smoke weed. That's it. It's legal here, and that's all I do. I don't drink. I don't smoke cigarettes.
Where are you that it's legal?
I don't sleep.
California.
Oh,
California.
I don't sleep. I don't eat. I just smoke weed.
Yeah. No, we have like meth heads and like serious drug addicts in the neighborhood, and they like to walk up to people randomly on their way to the store and just go, "Hey, you want any blah?" And it's like, "No, read the shirt."
Listen, I've said it here. There's no more.
Yeah, that's all. That's unless you have this, that's all we need to talk about.
Question:
Yeah.
What if somebody came up offering you lettuce?
I would have to see the lettuce, but you know.
Unless it's.
I'm not I don't play around with that kind of stuff. I buy like high grade, like from the store stuff. Like somebody walks up to me on the street, I'm just like, it better be really, really good. Like,
unless it's a salad, I refuse.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So Sleek, you seem to have information
Tom's
on
here.
starting a convention. What do we need to do?
Well, you would need leads for each department of the convention. So you would have to have like a vendor lead for the vendor room, and they would have like volunteers under them, and they would, recruit their volunteers probably from the dad squad or whatever in advance of the event. And then your leads for each room would be in charge of scheduling who's going to be where at what time, so everybody gets enough time to enjoy the con, but also put in a few hours of work to earn their free entry into the convention. Because usually if people are willing to volunteer 4 hours a day for 3 days, you kick back and you give them an entry into the con. They still got to pay for their hotel room and everything. But yeah, you hook them up, and that's how you get poor people that want to go to the con and maybe could afford a bus ticket or something to, sleep together, tend to a room, and carpool into the con. You know what I mean? You bribe them with free entries,
Gotcha.
and then you get free work, and it's like a barter thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Snakecon 2020.
It's happening.
So like you would have a hospitality lead. Their job would be to make sure that the hospitality suite was manned at all times when it's open during its hours of operation. Obviously, it closes down at the end of the night every night. It's not 24 hours. It's only open during the con hours. At about midnight, everything kind of winds down and becomes room parties, as you probably know from having done several cons.
Yeah.
Something like that has been done, Tom.
So like,
and then the hospitality lead would be in charge of going, and they get food and drinks for the hospitality suite. And by food and drinks, I don't mean anything like of meal quality. They might get pizza one night if somebody donates enough money for them to have pizza delivered or something. But like usually it's like Cheez-Its, Cheetos. I try to put out when I did hospitality, I tried to put out like a spread of options so people that couldn't have carbs could still eat off of the veggie tray. We had plenty of fresh fruit and different things that people could eat without, so we had meat there for people that liked meat, but we also had veggies and fruits and other things for people that, were on a stricter diet of some sort, so that, you try to provide munchies, basically put out a nice spread for everybody so that there's something for everybody.
Wait, so let's
and if
talk
they
about
complain, you just tell them.
Huh?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike.
What's the most important? Go ahead, Mike.
The most important thing we have to discuss: how much do we have to pay Sleek to do all this?
Yeah.
Because this is way above my pay grade level.
I can
ahead.
organize things and write calendars, but that's about it.
I mean, I could probably.
I've always been a volunteer, Mike. wouldn't even know what to charge you.
Now
Give
we're
me
talking.
Minimum
do
wage.
it for free.
I mean, Yeah, I mean, I don't even know. I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, we can work something out. I'm happy to do it. I love the community and I want to help out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing this right now just because I believe that this would be a cool
Sorry,
thing
my
to
dog.
do. You know what I mean? Not because I'm looking for, you know, anything out of it. Just, it seems like a fun project to work on right now. You know what I mean? Just like I send you builds all the time. So, life-size 3D statue of Nathan could be very real. I have several builds in Mike's queue. A 3D scanner to 3D scan Nathan from head to toe in person. You just put him on the platter. It'll rotate him around, and the lasers in the camera will take pictures, and that'll scan him. Then we just you know, slice that up into sizable chunks and have it printed out in Mike's 3D printer.
That's right.
Take a little epoxy and glue it all together, and we got a 3D statue of Nathan in, you know, full high resolution, as long as Mike builds the scanner right and we get a good res out of it, you know. We'll have a mesh of Nathan. We can make Nathan video game characters, Nathan holograms. We can really
imagine the merch.
We can really go to town on the Nathan market.
So we are now under investigation for deep faking Nathan.
Yeah, right? We can basically totally deep fake Nathan.
I do have software where I can convert JPEGs into 3D images, and I'm actually using that for one of the next projects in my queue. I've modeled something from a JPEG. So
top secret though, right?
Yeah, I gave Mike several Nathan merch suggestions that aren't safe for this stream, but
the Robo Pickle.
Yeah, the Robo Pickle.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I can only imagine. So, so the other thing too, Sleek, you know, about the conventions, like, is it you get like money off depending on how many rooms you fill, right? Like
right.
How many...
So like what you do is you talk to the salesperson at usually if it's attached to a hotel, especially. You know what I'm saying? Where it's not a stand, like some convention centers are like they're their own thing. They're not attached to a hotel. They're owned by, like Anaheim, for example. Yeah. You're not going to get a deal with them probably because they're not owned by a hotel. Right. But if you find like a nice airport hotel convention center, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking this is going to be a smaller con on the scale of, you know, versus like Gen Con, Dragon Con. You know, I'm thinking this will be more like the size of TMG, right? Like a couple of conference rooms, 2-3 conference rooms.
That's
if I could get something to the size of a TMG, I would be ecstatic.
That's pretty much how
I think we could do it. I think we could do it. We have 40,000 subscribers right now on Dad. So, I mean, I think we could, with enough prep time and whatnot, I think we could fill up a con about that size. That's what I'm used to working with, is 2 or 3 conference rooms and a hospitality suite and a con ops area where security and everybody can come and report and check in and everything.
Get like a little hotel.
Con ops sounds like my territory. I can only imagine the amount of technology in there.
Yeah, there's radios, there's computers, they're the people that make sure that people that are checking in for their shift are checked in and checked out. They send people on breaks to go get water and stuff if they're looking because everybody's got to come through there, so they're kind of the ones that are like, hey, Mike, did you eat? Are you eating?
Nope.
And Mike's like, eat what? No, go to hospitality, eat.
What is this consuming you speak of?
Yeah. Have you slept? Security guy that just really likes doing security and just keeps walking around. Have you slept today? You don't look like you've slept at all in several hours. You need to go take a nap and rest. You know, that's kind of con ops' thing. Awesome. And also making sure everything's running smoothly, you know. So they're like the front office of the convention. They handle all the important stuff. They're basically the business office of the convention. No patrons should need to go to con ops unless they're in big trouble or something. Like people that are just hanging out enjoying the con have zero interest in con ops unless somebody they know is in there or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hospitality is usually open to all. Like I say, it's just a place you can come and grab a bottle of water or a soda or a snack, some carrot sticks or something, and then go back to gaming or go back to watching whoever's performing or whatever. I don't know exactly what kinds of entertainment you want to have involved, but I know several entertainers. I'd love to try to get booked on it if we could get somebody that is capable of contacting those types of people.
I mean, I know a few, but yeah, we would need
Well, like,
more
I mean,
than you would need a bunch.
Wouldn't it be great if we could get Nate and like say Kirby Crackle or something? You know what I mean? Like I'm thinking like, you know, nerd centric stuff. I mean, I don't think it's, you know, reaching for the stars to ask for, you know, Kirby Crackle. It's I think it's, you know, within reason. I just don't know how to reach the guy and whatnot. I did contact him once and he basically was like, well, I'll do whatever. You want to do a house show? So I mean, he's pretty cool.
Cool.
I don't know if you
We
guys
just got to
care.
figure out we just got to figure out what his bottom line's going to be, how much his airfare and his accommodations or whatever, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
More than we currently have.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you know, you do crowdfunding and you know, we're in the planning stages now and talking about planning it now, and then we do some live streams, we do some fun things, we have some Jackbox games and get people to come and play Jackbox with us or whatever, and we make it a fun interactive thing for the whole community to get involved in, and we raise funds to build this convention for everybody to go to, and by the time the convention is around to happening, everybody's so hyped that we don't even have to worry about how many people we need to get to go.
We auction off the 3.
That's my theory. That's just a theory. That's just a theory.
A game theory.
A Nacon theory.
I don't know if you'll care, my
but
dog
yeah,
here.
you know, I mean, there's a way to swing it, I think, and yeah. I think it's. I mean, it's not going to happen like next week,
Right?
You know,
No,
you gotta,
we're
like
not
I
even
say, you
close.
got to put. Right, we're like maybe a year out at best. You know what I mean? Like it's going to take time to get the right people to do the right jobs. You know, and then we got to, like you say, we got to get the convention center locked down and handled that. We got to get a room block so that we can sell advanced rooms to people, so that as we're hyping the event, people can buy rooms in advance before it even happens, and they can get a discounted room until the room block is full. And if we fill our room block, then some of our convention space will be free.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So Sleek, what are you playing at the moment? Let's talk about some games. Enough con talk for now.
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, I know a lot about it, and I can help you out.
Yeah, no, cool.
I think.
No, yeah, you've enlightened me on quite a bit. So
yeah, so games wise, I was playing Warframe recently. I think I'm gonna start Minecraft. I've never played it before, but it seems like a lot of the grown-ups are getting back into it now that all the children are gone or something.
Yeah, it does seem that
playing,
way. You are right.
Fortnite and Apex, and then I always thought it looked like an interesting game, but I really didn't want to deal with a bunch of like 11-year-old kids. No offense, 11-year-old kids, but
I was one of those kids.
There's
It's
a lot.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like dealing with the kids either. I usually just mute everybody. So
I'm kind of getting to be a grumpy old man in my old age, but I still try to be I still try to be nice. But if I can avoid
I was gonna say I'm definitely a
aggravating
grumpy old man in my old
situations.
age.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I've matured. I think anyway.
No, you're the best. You're
thanks.
wonderful. You're great.
Mike, how's your Sonic playing going?
I don't need to play much. I'm obviously perfect at team Sonic racing, so I
Are
really
you
don't
gonna
have to do much
train
playing.
against Keith?
That's what I'm going for. I'm skipping Nathan. I'm skipping the middleman and just going to CEO. I don't need to play Sonic. But,
What is the true gamer?
I'm sure you will destroy
You know,
him.
who you really need to go after is Kelly, because even though there's no proof of it because the game died, she did beat his high score once. So I'm thinking Kelly Apicary might be the real challenge.
Maybe.
Look out, Kelly. Mike's coming.
That's it. Well, I'll just take him in order. I'll go keep.
Because I was watching a video the other day, and she's like, "Oh, look, I beat your score," and he just kind of like the Game Boy died or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Fell out of her hand.
Sure. We get Tom on this conspiracy. Sure, that's what happened.
Yeah, but Stuff Bucket says, "Here we go. Mike is the best at all video games."
I agree. I watched
he is.
him. I watched him, and you could tell that he was gearing it down. He was like, If he
That's
was
exactly
fifth gear wide open, no streamer would have been able to keep up with his gaming skills, and everybody would have gave up on gaming streams entirely. Let's plays, that whole genre would have died. There'd have only been one Let's Player left, and it's not
Overnight.
fair to damage the economy like that. Those people rely on those jobs and that stream income, and they need to be able to, you know, compete in this market.
That's
You
right.
can't have someone like Mike just step into streaming with his high production value and his epic gaming skills and ruin it for, you know, hundreds of thousands of people. It's not
That's it.
fair.
Yeah,
And he understands that. He's a good guy.
I know Mike streamed once and he's already a better streamer.
I'm with you, Mike. I'm with you. I watched it. I was at the gaming stream, you know.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate it, Sleek. I'm telling you. You just summed it up.
Yeah.
You didn't have to answer anymore. You just summed everything up. So
It's gonna be pretty embarrassing though when I beat him in Sonic.
Wait, what? Excuse me?
Would he let you beat him
Oh,
so that you can feel
snap.
good about yourself because he's a good friend and he doesn't want to damage your self-esteem like that, you mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, that'll be a great day.
Oh,
You'll
no,
enjoy
he'll
it
be cheating
so
as
much, dude.
always.
I mean, I feel bad that I spoiled it for you, but, you know, I hope you'll forget by the time it actually happens.
He is that nice. He might do that. He's too nice. Mike needs to get a
Like
little
I did.
mean.
Nah.
You know, like when I had a girlfriend, I would do that sometimes, like Mortal Kombat. I'd be like, oh, I can't remember the combo.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know Sub-Zero combos in my dreams. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, I got to do that for my kids all the time. I got to let them win.
That's right.
Yeah. So
I'd never show mercy to children. I'm just
Wow.
like, you thought
she's like just taking out children left and right.
Maggie comes in
It's like,
brutal.
it's like a horde
just
mode of
vicious.
children coming at her.
Exactly.
Well, it's mostly because I suck at
Well, with that attitude.
it's like I go in and I'm like, I will defeat you, child, and the child's like, sure. And then I end up losing hardcore, and I'm like, well, I showed no mercy and I lost anyways.
I'm not.
I
I'm
feel
not
like
gonna.
I put that phrase in your head, Mike, to an extent.
I'm not gonna
Because
talk
somebody
about.
came into.
Oh, go ahead, Sleek. Keep going. Sorry.
Sorry, Cece.
No, go ahead.
Somebody came into text chat one day and said, "I'm never gonna da 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 da." And Mike was there, and I said, "Not with that attitude, you won't."
Sleek, I've been saying that for probably 9 years now.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
good then,
But
because
I
that's one of my
appreciate-
favorite catchphrases too. Is like, "Not with that attitude,
That's
you
why we
won't."
get along so well. Because you can appreciate the amazingness of not with that attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna get into sports or anything, but I will say what Maggie was just talking about was funny because Baker Mayfield was at a I don't know, a conference where there were a bunch of 10-year-olds, and Tom Brady tweeted at him, "How many do you think you could take out?" And they were having a debate. It was hilarious on Twitter of how many 10-year-olds they could take out. And they were, well, do I get a bat? Do I, and it was the funniest thing going for like
That's
a day.
like that game, Real Life.
We
Battle
used to do
Simulator.
that with.
Oh, I love that game.
It's like a T-Rex taking out like 10,000 chickens.
Okay.
It's like the same thing. You just create these stupid scenarios and see what happens.
How many 10-year-olds could Nathan take out, you think? It's like,
None.
is he Ray Amsley?
0.
What if he's Ray Amsley?
I used to have a book.
Infinity.
Take out the world.
If he's Ray Amsley, he could take out the world.
What about
He's always
Chuck?
beating
If he's
up
Ray
Chuck
Amsley,
Norris.
if he's Ray Amsley, he could drink 2 cases of Red Bull, take out all the ninjas, and still start a techno band.
What about Chuck Norris versus Ray Amsley?
Ooh.
That's a tough call. I don't know, dude.
Dude,
I
I'm
mean, Ray
related to
Amsley
Norris.
isn't. Ray Amsley just had a birthday, so he's forever years old. I mean,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I think we just gave Ray Emsley the next video idea.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. How many 10-year-olds can Ray Amsley take out? Or how many?
Right.
Emsley versus Chuck Norris.
I was gonna say,
Oh, Ray Amsley
I
versus
used to do role playing. I used to do a lot of role playing games, like pen and paper. That's where I got my con experience. Was helping out with RPG cons for White Wolf. I sent you that reference letter, Mike, or CC. I mean, So one of the things we used to do is very similar to the how many 10-year-olds could you take out. It was basically if you take a base character with no XP and you stat it out as a ninja, how many ninjas can your player character that gets all the bonuses of a player character like take out, like stock NPC ninja?
1 ninja. That's
Well,
how
it just
many.
depends on, like, that's how you test how powerful your character is like you take your whatever, PC you're playing at the time with whatever, XP it has on it, and you just throw, as many ninjas as you can one at a time, and then you slowly add more ninjas to see how many
That makes
ninjas you can
sense.
take on.
Francesca, how many can you take out? You're being quiet.
I'm just letting people talk. How many? My wife says all of them, and my wife's always right. So.
Okay, clearly it's all of them. My bad.
Yeah, no. Who are we to argue with the wife?
Yeah,
Right.
Exactly.
always
Happy
right.
wife, happy life, right?
That's
right.
right.
No right, no life.
That's right. So
I mean, no wife, no life.
yeah, I agree with that. But how does
No wife,
Mike?
no
I wanna know how-
Hey! Some of us are single and do not appreciate that. All right, I do have a
No.
life. Thank you.
I'm
I-
saying if you
Oh,
don't have
poor
my
Steve.
wife in your life,
I need a
Oh,
secret,
I'll
though.
do.
I got to get a secret out.
Right.
How, Mike? How do you get to go to Disney without your wife? Like, how did you swing this?
So, well, originally,
Because I am jealous.
First it was PAX, and then we expanded it to Disney, so it just came along for the ride.
Mhm.
But I legitimately do nothing during the week, and I do nothing on weekends with my in real life friends. So
Mm.
basically, because I do nothing every week, every month, I sum up basically, everything I want to do in going to PAX.
So basically,
So
this is like your version of CTO at work. You've been like saving up your paid time off, and
Bingo.
you're like, I got 2 weeks of vacation,
That's
babe. I'm
exactly
leaving
it.
the home office, and I'm going to go to PAX and Disney, and
and free play Florida.
you got to stay here because you have a real job.
Yes.
All I
That's
can say is-
exactly it. I bank my in real life hang out with people days,
Gotcha.
and
If
I spend
went
them all in one
to
shot.
Disney though, without my wife, she would not let me forget about it for 20 years.
Yeah, and no, you're right. Make no mistake. My
But
wife
also
is
you have
not
kids.
happy. But
I'm
huh?
getting notifications.
Yeah, but we went to Disney on our honeymoon, and we went to Disney before we had kids. So
Okay.
she loves Disney. So if I ever went without her, it would be like the worst thing I could do in the world.
Yeah.
My phone,
What's up?
my computer is just sending notifications out of nowhere. So I'm just like, please stop. I'm trying to talk to people.
Hey, Sleek, the Wither Empire says hi.
Hi, Wither Boy. How you doing, buddy?
Is that good, Wither?
Okay, there we go.
Sleek,
Chappie's-
when is your podcast coming out? What are you doing?
Yeah. What do you
Why
do?
are you editing?
Why are you?
Why aren't I editing? That's the good question. That's the question of the hour. Because I'm here.
Talk about it. What do you talk about usually on your podcast for people that don't know?
Oh, we're making the Dadcast. It's an audio podcast. I have some links that Wither was kind enough to give me to get us on Spotify, so we might be able to put it on Spotify. I'm looking into it right now, but it will definitely be on SoundCloud. That's the first place that it's going to go, because I know I can get it up there very easy.
Mhm.
And if we can find a better home for it after that, then yeah, we'll do that. I'm currently in the process of editing. Our first guest was Bridget, who was recommended when Dad gave me the approval to do it and said it was okay if I did a fan-based podcast for Dad stuff, all things Dad. It's not an investigation. We're not investigating. We just sometimes look into secret codes and stuff and talk about binary and
As you do.
A1Z26 ciphers like normal people do, We're not
As you
Really
do.
normal.
completely analyze frame by frame videos and things like that, as
Your
fans.
favorite
So
pastimes.
Right.
Mhm.
it's just my hobby. It's just what I like to do with my free time.
I-
That and super chat, it's like super chat, analyze videos,
Super chat.
I do math.
Ooh,
I do
that's
math.
exciting.
I do math in my free time. I literally, on my wall, I may show you guys. I have a bunch of random stuff written here. I have my favorite math equation written there.
What's
you showed
that?
us it for
I
2
would-
seconds, and we saw absolutely nothing.
We saw
Whoa.
Blur.
Well,
Yeah, I saw
got
like a
bunch of
U
weird
or
stuff on-
something, a big U.
I got a bunch of weird stuff. Well, actually, that's not a U. That's a really creepy face I tried to draw, and then it didn't turn out good. I have a bunch of weird stuff on my page, so don't mind it. But that thing right there, dead blurb. That's not the heart. That says A plus B squared equals A squared plus 2AB plus B squared.
You lost me at A. I am not good with math.
You lost me when it wasn't the Pythagorean theory, because that's my favorite.
It's the FOIL method.
That's my favorite math
Front,
equation.
outer, inner,
A
last.
squared plus B squared equals C squared. Oh, it's FOIL. First,
Yeah.
outside, inside, last.
Yep.
Yes.
I know that one.
Yeah. Because nobody in my class got it. Now I felt so.
I can do quadratic equations sometimes. I can
Yep, blue.
simplify
Sorry, somebody asked me
polynomials.
about
I can do some stuff.
Oh my god.
I know a little bit of math, I guess, if I think about it hard enough.
I barely got through college math. I'm okay. I'm good.
I don't have it.
Well, I was in AP calculus in my last year of high school, so.
Oh well, hello,
I'm-
Mrs. Fancy Pants.
Well, okay, so I'm good
Right?
at math.
Yep. My daughter's like that, and I can't even help
That's
her
why.
out with math. She's
That's
smarter
why I
than
say
me.
Mike and I are a team because. That's why I say Mike and I are a team because I can think of things and invent ideas, but I cannot build them. So I go, "Hey, I thought of this, Mike. Can you
Let's
do
do
it?"
That's it.
Yep.
Here's a video game room where you can project the video game on your walls. Can you build this?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you
Dude.
can, and I think with those small projectors, you could even do it cheaper nowadays.
Most likely, you get them on like AliExpress or something.
Oh,
How would
yeah.
he make that? Would he make that with
Well, I
his?
was looking; they were like $50 on Amazon. So I mean, they're even
Okay.
good. And they're like decent projectors
What a time to
from
be
Amazon.
I picked up a decent
Right?
projector the other day for $35 at Walmart.
Crazy. Dang.
So
Cool.
yeah.
It's expensive
Yeah,
at
those mini
Walmart.
projectors are really coming down in price, and they're 1080p, so they're good.
Yeah.
They're decently like they got a decent resolution.
Yeah, they're all right.
Maybe I'll get
I
one.
mean, they're
for
not
my-
4K, but they're good. You know.
Yeah.
Spoilers, Alex. Alex saying Mysterio did a lot with projectors in the new Spider-Man.
Whoa,
Oh,
easy,
shit.
easy.
Yeah.
I didn't see
Yeah, I
that.
know.
yet.
Me
Calm down.
neither.
Hey,
I just ruined it for all you
hey,
guys.
Oh, everybody's excited about math in the comments in Mike's chat.
No, I don't think that's really a spoiler because like that's to be expected with Mysterio. But yeah, just
You mean it's not real magic?
that? Well, doesn't he always use technology for his stuff? I didn't think he had real magic.
No, I know. I'm joking.
I could be wrong.
I thought it was.
Oh, okay.
When they said Mysterio, I immediately thought, for in my brain, like I knew this wasn't right, but I immediately thought they're copying Mysterion from the South Park.
And I thought Raven.
Thought Rey Mysterio.
From Coon and Friends.
Could you imagine if Spider-Man had to fight Rey Mysterio?
Yes, that is exactly what I thought. I'm like, they
Boy.
stole Mysterion.
Spider-Man did wrestle Macho Man, so it was Bonesaw.
That's true. Bonesaw, Ken.
God, I miss Macho Man. Macho Man was my favorite wrestler.
Yo, I want to see that Nazi made of bees
Oh,
that
me
they
too,
mentioned
dude.
in Back in the Box.
I loved Macho Man.
Did you ever hear about Macho Man and Jake the Snake Roberts, CC?
Yeah. Did you listen to that on Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
That was
That
awesome.
story is so wild.
Yeah.
Did anybody else see that episode
Yeah.
of Joe
I
I
Rogan?
have no clue what you're talking
You
about.
guys?
If you haven't, go listen
Okay,
to Joe Rogan
So
having
Yeah.
Jake the Snake on. It is awesome.
basically, long story TLDR, there was a match in WWF back when WWE was still WWF where Jake the Snake was told to sick his snake on Randy the Macho Man Savage. Now the snake had its poison glands removed and siliconed in so that they didn't grow back, but Randy didn't trust that, so he insisted very adamantly that Jake get bit by his own snake. And so that happened. But the long story, the not TLDR version is so hilarious. It's that I can't even. But yeah,
You got to hear it
When
too
you
because
said-
Jake
because
the
it's
Snake.
Jake the Snake telling the story from his perspective.
Yeah.
It's so great. You have to go see it. That's why I'm trying not to like go into the whole
Right.
thing.
And
I
not,
just
not
wanna
only
give you the
that, he does a
highlights.
spot on Macho Man impression.
Oh my
He
God! Yeah,
sounds
perfect.
just like Macho Man.
When you said unleash the snake on Macho Man, I thought that was
Yeah.
going to go an entirely separate way.
No,
And
Jake.
this
No,
would
he
become
had a
something
king
terribly
cobra
different.
in a burlap sack or a pillowcase that
That was
he was
When
Jake
he-
the Snake. That was his thing. He carried a snake out to the ring in the 80s, a big old, either a boa constrictor, sometimes a cobra. Yeah, Damien was a different snake every week sometimes.
And when
But he was
when he
always
would
Damien.
when he would beat people, he would have it bite him.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
this was,
yeah.
and think about it this way: this was on Saturday morning, so like
Oh,
it
no.
was all kids watching it, and we loved it.
I love
And if you want to see that moment, you can find that video on YouTube. I'm here to tell you because I went and relived that after that Joe
Oh.
Rogan interview just
Yeah,
to see
the
that.
snake is just
that
biting him.
happened.
It's just they won't let go. It's crazy.
I wanted to see the part where he said he again, I don't want to go too much into the story, but yeah, he said he smacked that snake before he had it bite Macho Man.
Yeah, he did.
So it would bite him harder.
He was pissed off. Yeah.
Because he was mad that he made him get bit.
Yeah, Lou in the chat said that is a bit sad for a snake. He actually said that snake they had to put it down after that match because it was
Yeah,
it
that
kind of
was
went
sad.
crazy. So it is Lou. It is
Yeah,
a little
it was-
sad, but
Yeah,
it's a
very sad.
hilarious story for
Oh.
wrestling.
Adam Sowell says that Joe the Snake hasn't been doing good on health, so hoping for his good health.
Oh, Jake the Snake.
Oh, I
yeah.
hope he gets better.
Or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mike, stop being
Is
so
he,
quiet.
is he doing bad again?
Mike-
I have
Transition.
0 value to add when it comes to wrestling.
Okay, do you have any?
Same, but
what
I'm
do you
doing
want
my
to talk
best.
about?
Oh,
Do you have
okay,
any
sorry.
topics or anything?
But I'm increasing my production value over here while you guys are chatting about
I can't
about
even do
wrestling, so it's
anything.
fine.
Well, what do you want to talk about? What do you got?
Yeah, what do you got, man? Anything. Anybody.
Did you bring
Anyone?
a
Somebody.
Did you bring a topic to the stream?
Oh, I had something I wanted to talk about, and then
Go on.
what was it? So I had a funny story about when I was a kid. I used to do some. Maybe I've talked about it on the. About I used to do some dumb stuff as a child, and I thought I could talk about some of those fun stories.
Nice.
All right.
If y'all don't mind, because I'm
Go
sure
for it.
if y'all have some dumb children's stories too. So I got a funny story about how I ran face first into a wall and gave myself a black eye.
Nice.
So what it was I was at school. I was at the school, and where it was there was the gym, and then there was like the hallway, and then a sharp 90-degree turn. I'm echoing, so I think it's my headphones. Give me a sec. Okay, quality change.
Uh-oh.
So what it was we had there was a hallway, and then there was a 90-degree turn, and there was a water fountain at that 90-degree turn. And so what I did, being the genius I was, and we would always run to the water fountain when it was break time. So I wanted to be first because I was a dumb child who that mattered. And so I run and I go and I'm running, and then I don't make the turn, and I face first into a brick wall, and they made a rule about no running in the halls, and I gave myself a black eye, which I had for about I don't know.
Well, I hope you're happy.
I just need to go off. I'm going to be here, but I just need to go off cam for a second, guys.
That's
All right.
okay.
And mute.
All right, I just pulled up Mike's stream. Look at Mike with the production value, and me just running the basic Google Hangout.
Boom.
But and then I told the
I
story
love how
about
you use in your story. You
Mhm.
don't even say like you made a sharp right-hand turn. You had to use 90 degrees and drag math into it.
Yeah,
Always.
not 89 degrees or 45-degree angle. it was a 90
Exactly
degree
90, exactly the right angle.
if you do any other degrees, you run into a wall. Trust me, I know this.
angle. Do you know how fast you were traveling to? And
Probably fast. Maybe
Exactly
maybe almost
1.38
non-extinct,
miles
who
per
knows?
hour
Would you have gotten
in a
to the train
southward
station
direction.
in time if you were running that fast?
I don't know. But I had to go to the nurse's office, and all the kids were like,
Imagine that.
dude. That's the story of how they made a rule after me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh
Always got to start somewhere.
Maggie rule.
Yes. Also, I got another story about so I'm short. I mentioned the last stream I'm 5 foot, and I've always been a short kid. And so it was the tallest kid in the grade once it was first grade, and he called me short. So me I tackled him to the ground.
Oh, I have a great story to piggyback off that.
And then the principal was like,
Same.
"Yo,
I have
she
a
can't
good one
do
for that.
He was like, "She can't do that," but he totally deserved it. And I'm like, "Yeah." And that's the story. Some of my stories are better, but I can't really elaborate. Like I got plenty of stories, but I just suck at telling them.
I was in a few fights in high school, but go ahead, Verseska.
Oh, when I was in the first grade, I just recently moved schools, and I was sitting in front of some girl whose best friend actually moved as I arrived. And she was really pissed off at the fact that I was too tall and she couldn't see the board because I was sitting in front of her. So we punched each other in the face and then both got time out. 2 years later, that girl becomes my best friend who I'm still in contact with till today.
That's
funny.
awesome.
Aw.
So
Man.
you have
So,
to fight
my-
me in order to be my friend.
Perfect. I'll put that on
I
the
like that.
Discord. I'll
Hey,
pin
Dan.
it to a Discord.
Did I?
My most vicious fights were with my best friend.
Oh,
when
yeah.
I was a kid, I was in Boy Scouts, like a lot of kids are,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually made it to Eagle Scout, something I'm pretty proud of, and which is the highest you can get.
Good job, Sleek.
And when I was a kid, when I was 11 and first joining Scouts, I found out that one of the other kids, this goes back to our wrestling conversation earlier, 80s, right? 80s kid watching wrestling. I go into the troop. I find out that the freshman kid, I'm not in high school yet, mind you, is on the wrestling team. And we're out in the middle of the snow on a snow trip. And I'm like, he doesn't look that tough. I am pretty sure that I could out wrestle this guy.
Okay.
So there's a pier, and we're in the snow, mind you. So there's like a foot of powder, just like a big old like blanket of snow. We're up in Pinecrest, California, and in the winter on my first snow trip. And I see him standing on the edge of the dock, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna spear this guy into the snow, pin him, then I'm gonna be a wrestler. Mind you, I don't understand that high school wrestling, collegiate wrestling, Olympic wrestling are not the same as a guy running out from the locker room and smashing another guy with a steel chair.
Nope.
So my opponent has no idea there's a match about to happen where he gets tackled off the dock into about 2 feet of powdered snow, pinned. No ref, so I have to count my own victory, mind you. But yeah, that's my tackling somebody because I thought that was the thing to do. Story when I was a kid, from being a dumb kid.
I'm gonna wonder: has Mike Lombardo ever been in a fight?
I was an adult at 3 years old, okay? I never needed the need for a fight. I always talked
I
to
kind of.
and
Yeah,
negotiated.
that tracks with me. Like,
That's
you're
it.
that kid. Like, you're Alex P. Keaton from Family Ties. Like, you're, like, wearing a suit to, like, second
it.
grade.
That's it. I'm that guy.
So I'm like
Always
the
prepared and always an adult.
I'm the bad guy. Then I got in so many fights when I
did
was a
get
kid in
arrested
high
once,
school.
but,
I was in a ton of fights.
you know, what a bad apple.
I was a bad apple. You know, though, I only got suspended twice.
Only.
Only twice. But both times were not, I would have done it again, and I'd still do it again to this day.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a great message to our
Always.
viewers.
It is a great
Yeah.
message to hear. There was a kid that was, he had jokes about my father who passed away, and
yeah.
I wasn't having it. And even the principal who called my mom, he asked me what happened. I told him. He goes, well, I got to suspend you. I would have probably done the same thing. So I did not get in trouble at all both times, but both times they were because of that. So I didn't start the fight, but I finished it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did get in a lot of fights, though. I was a bad kid, but I'm good now.
I didn't fight a whole ton, but when I did, I never got in trouble with my parents, at least, because they knew if I was fighting, I had a good reason.
Yeah.
So Mike is the.
I guess I just gave away why I turned my camera off, huh?
Oh, you were coughing.
Yeah.
I'm back. I'm not dead.
Wow.
Are you sure? We thought maybe you were doing math.
No,
Yeah, right?
You're right.
I had to go do dishes.
Solving
My
a
dad
few
got home.
equations.
I had to do dishes.
Oh, had to do the dishes midstream. You should
Midstream.
have taken the
Clearly,
camera out there.
My dad
the
doesn't
stream
understand.
etiquette is not strong with you.
I'm not good with time organization. I'm
Don't
gonna have to
make me
get better.
say it. Don't make me say it.
None to say what? Oh wait.
He's
Well,
gonna
with
say
that
it.
attitude,
I was going to say it.
you made me say it.
Not with that attitude, you're not.
I will turn this stream around. Even though it's CC's, but
Hey,
It's yours too,
Don't
Mike.
forget.
You're the one with the great. You're
Time-
using my stream when throwing it through production value. You got more
Time
people than me.
management is a skill that can be learned.
I didn't
And
learn time
grown.
management to 30-something years old.
Well,
What's
I'm gonna
what's
have a
time
bad time in
management?
college.
You'll get through it. I
You'll
don't
get
have
through it.
time management.
Hi. That was my dad.
Hi.
The stream thing.
Hi,
Sorry.
Dad.
That was my dad.
If you
Yo.
want to be on stream, he can dial in. We'll send him the link.
No,
Yeah.
he's good.
Yeah,
I tried.
He's all right, but he's happy I have a cool community, and I want to thank you all for being an awesome community. I love it's.
Wouldn't
it's a
be the
great thing
first
for me to
dad
have.
we've drug into the dad community. Lindsay's
True.
Marie dad has a Discord account now because of us dragging him
funny.
into Discord.
Wow.
My dad already has a Discord. I just don't
Oh.
know his Discord though.
I'm just saying, he wouldn't be the first one that we've drugged into dad's Discord through his daughter. It said, come join us. There's plenty of adults here too.
Amy's being really nice. And
Amy's
Mike's
always
being
being nice.
Amy's joining the next stream. You guys
Yay!
didn't know?
Good.
Oh,
Amy
thank
is
you,
cool. I like
everyone.
Amy.
Nice to meet.
I think Chappie's gone. I was trying to get Chappie in, but he wouldn't answer.
He's probably busy.
Yeah. Did he get another job yet?
I haven't
No,
heard.
he's still on the search from what I understand.
I know this is going to sound silly, but because I have an overactive imagination, when Tom went like AFK for those few days, I was like thinking it was something like super, super serial. And I'm just glad that all it was that he has to find a new job.
Yeah.
Turns out
And I
Mike-
know that that's pretty serious, but it's not nowhere near as serious as any of the fictitious scenarios I could imagine. You know what I mean?
I thought it
Exactly.
was going to be a family thing, so I'm glad it was the job, but I also suspected the job.
Yeah. I didn't think of the job thing. I just thought, like, my brain immediately went to, like, health issue
Yeah.
or something, sickness, something super, super bad that would take him out for, like, an extended period of time. And it's like, oh, lost my job. I'm like, well, you were going to leave that job
Oh.
anyway when you went to LA. Maybe you should just go to LA faster.
I was
But,
I was just thinking the
I
Men
don't
in
know.
Black finally got to him for doing all these conspiracies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I,
thought
was
of
gonna
that.
say. I was gonna say like immediately, the government got him.
That's it.
Well,
Only
I
took,
kinda
like 3 months
suspected
of-
it
Lizard
was-
people.
I kind of suspected it was more of a real life thing than a dad thing. So I was like, my brain didn't immediately go to, is this a story element? My brain first went to, gee, I hope my friend's okay because he's my buddy. Then I thought, wait a minute.
government's always after all of us.
Tom
Is
says,
this part of the story?
Tom says the government's always after him.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
I know-
government is
I
after
know,
all
Tom.
of us.
Well, you see, I'm streaming in from my mobile office, which is made of tin, which is why I don't need foil, because the entire outside skin of this trailer is made of tin, so I'm encased in tin already. That's
I'm in a
how I
new
know I'm
secret
safe. And it's a
location.
thicker gauge than foil, so I feel like I'm better protected. But
I'm in
that's
my
just,
I'm in my bunker right now.
your
Nothing can
fallout
get me down
shelter.
here. My fallout shelter.
Yeah, this is my mobile office so that I can move from place to place so that I'm never, they can never nail me down to one location. I can pick up and go to a KOA in another city like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dang.
I'm one step ahead of them, always one step ahead of them. I've been following this investigation for months now, and I'm just staying prepared and being vigilant for you guys.
I wonder if Nathan was ever at my house, if he would try to sneak into NASA. I live right next to NASA. And how
I would
soon
hope not.
it would take before they got him. I snuck into NASA once.
That's
What?
crazy.
But when I was a kid.
Again, sending those positive values.
I know,
to
I
our
was such a
younger
good kid.
subscribers. That
Well,
is great.
actually, I had one of those rockets.
I
that
think
you
we
would
are
shoot up.
sending positive values, Mike. Be nay, do crimes.
Right. Perfect.
Isn't that part of our value
Hashtag
system in the
Yep.
community?
Hashtag be nay do crimes.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, I had one of those. I had those rockets.
Breaking
that you
into
would shoot
NASA
up.
sounds like a nay crime to me. I'm just saying.
Alex, yes, they have a
Mm.
NASA. There's one right by my house.
It sounds like 2 to 5 years to me.
well,
Breaking into NASA.
my rocket went over the fence into NASA, and I wanted my rocket back. So
The rocket wanted to go home.
yeah, I guess so. Well, I actually there's a creek that goes underneath the fence, and there's like one of those giant circular pipes where the water goes through, but it was real low, so I just walked through that, and I went in and got my rocket, and when I was coming back, there were already people like coming, and I hurried up and ran back through, and they came to the fence and just looked at me, and I ran. So it didn't take long.
I've
I-
always wanted to go. I've always wanted to go on a road trip out to Area 51 with somebody and go see the black mailbox and try to drive just far enough out that like the cars come, and then just evacuate immediately. I just want to see the black SUVs coming over the ridge or whatever. You know what I mean? And then I'm gone. I'm good. I just want confirmation that that's a real phenomenon and that's not like conspiracy theorist garbage.
Oh, I forgot that was in your ear.
Some of the first Avenger movies were actually
Yeah, I'm
filmed
a dungus.
at the NASA right by my house.
Cool.
Parts of them.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Hardly bubble.
Yeah, like
Thank
the underground bunkers and stuff that they show. That's all like there at NASA, and the rest of the movie was a lot of it was filmed in Cleveland. So little interesting tidbit. Most of the Spider-Mans are filmed in Cleveland too, because it looks like New York and it's easier to shut down than New York. So
New Yorkers
You
wouldn't
know,
care
it's
if they
funny
shut
you
down
mention
New
that
York.
because
they can go-
Vancouver.
Yeah,
Go
it's
ahead.
fine.
What?
You good?
Yep,
Yeah,
go ahead.
go.
I was gonna
Maggie,
say
go.
Vancouver does that. Vancouver
go.
has a whole bunch of neighborhoods that look all different, so they shoot in Vancouver and they can make it look like New York or LA, depending on what neighborhood or what district they're in, because of how rapidly the city expanded and how long it's been there. It's got all these different architectures all in one, kind of centralized location.
Mhm.
Anyways,
When I think
sorry.
about-
Go ahead, Maggie.
Yeah,
If
go
I
ahead.
could go back to space stuff real quick, I got another fun story ish.
Nope.
When I was a
that
kid, we won
conversation's
tickets,
over.
huh? No,
conversation's
when we
over.
were
Moving on. No.
when I won tickets to see the last space shuttle launch.
What?
Ooh,
NASA
yeah.
or SpaceX?
Yeah, my family won tickets like in a raffle to see the last space shuttle launch,
That's amazing.
but we couldn't go. We didn't go.
Aw, boo.
I knew there was going to be a butt too.
Yeah.
I felt it.
Dun,
I
dun,
could feel it
dun.
coming.
Yeah, we weren't able to go because one, I was at camp, and two,
Was it
Uh,
math camp?
no, it
Yes.
wasn't. It was actually it was a Girl Scout camp, but I had always
That
loved
focused on math.
it. No, we focused on learning and
Real
learning
calm.
about nature and the outdoors, and surviving heat, not getting heat stroke. But that's where my sister is now. I have a sister, and she's actually there right now.
At math camp?
No, it's Girl Scout.
Oh. A Girl Scout camp.
Girl
So
Scout.
while we're on
Oh,
the
Mike.
topic of space,
But,
if you guys, go ahead.
But yeah, so and we were expecting, it was overcast and it was looking like it was going to rain, so we were expecting that it was the last day of camp too, so we're like, okay, they're going to delay it because it's all overcast and they can't shoot the rocket. They didn't. And so,
Aw.
but we won tickets to go to see the Houston place anyway. Like they gave us free tickets to go see in there and do that thing. So that was okay.
That vape almost sounds
Hey,
like
Mike.
an astronaut. Like I don't know, or
Yeah.
like
Vader.
Vader.
Yeah.
I was just gonna ask Mike. Speaking of vape, can you make me the highest tech vape ever?
Nope.
I'll send you
I don't
parts.
support it.
You don't support it?
Nope.
Ah, bummer.
Mike's a straight arrow.
Mike.
That's it.
So am I.
Mike vapes.
Oh, that's right.
Sorry.
Mike does not vape. Unconfirmed. I posted a picture. Mike Vapes is a totally different YouTuber, and he looks nothing like Mike.
Absolutely not.
I
Mike
follow
really
Mike
has a
Vapes
split
because
personality.
I vape.
Yeah. I go in and put on my mask later and do secret streams.
He does. He has a whole
So,
vaping
so
channel.
basically,
Confirmed.
the answer is you could, but you won't.
Yes. That's exactly the right answer.
Yeah.
Now, if you wanted like a cozy made for like a beverage, I'm all on that for you.
Okay.
Non-alcoholic beverage.
No, as you can tell, I
you
don't
get
have
it?
any problem. I don't have any problem suggesting builds to you or bringing you new, interesting
I
things
know.
that you can.
You have me for the next 15 years.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Tom's in here spreading conspiracy theories in your chat there, Mike.
Uh-oh.
Planned manned space travel to the dark side of the moon. There's supposedly some bases on the dark side of the moon.
Tom still hasn't given us a coffee conspiracy ASMR.
Or
We
a
need
proper
to
tattoo
explain,
tour.
Tom.
Right, the proper tattoo tour.
Time's running
The
out.
audience is asking. The subs are asking for it.
I
You're
have
just
a-
not delivering it.
I have a coffee
I deserve it.
conspiracy
I'm drawing
for you, Tom, the coffee guy who could answer this conspiracy for me that I've heard a lot about. This is very serious. I'm not even joking. So when you do bulletproof coffee, the people that started bulletproof coffee tell you that you got to get this special coffee bean that doesn't have the fungus on it or some mold or whatever. That's a conspiracy, right? That's not true. You just buy coffee, right? And just make your own. Tell the truth, Tom. Tell the truth.
Who's shooting at coffee?
Coffee man.
Oh, I hate coffee, by the way.
Stop it.
I'm
I
here
can't-
with you, CC.
I cannot stand coffee.
I don't know if I can be part of this live.
A lot of people have never had a good coffee in their life, and I could understand them
I
not
don't-
liking bad
I've
coffee
never
because
had
it's
a
pretty
coffee that didn't give me a headache.
I don't like the taste.
I had an espresso.
You don't like the
I
taste?
mentioned-
No,
I had an espresso the other day, and it
tastes like dirty water.
tasted worse than dirty water. It tasted like dirty water that never left your mouth.
No coffee for me.
awful. Yeah, neither of those
Mike
sound
is
like good
speechless.
cups of
He's
coffee
so
to me.
angry.
They both sound awful.
If you
And like
like
I said, a lot of
espresso-
people have never had a good cup of coffee in their life.
I don't.
And I would understand them not liking the bitter crap that they give you at IHOP. I used to serve it. I used to drink it. It's bad. Then I'd go home and put good grounds in my French press and have good coffee at home.
For those watching in the chat, if you like espresso, please explain why. Because
It's delicious. Done.
No,
There's your
it's not.
explanation.
Yeah.
No.
lies, Mike.
I think Tom is dancing around your question, Sleep, by the way. He said the only thing,
About the Mayo.
he said it's all hype, and he knows the former VP of operations. But he hasn't provided any more
This is where
information.
it's at.
What, water?
Oh, so he's saying no? He's confirming what I said,
did
that
he?
it's
Okay.
hype.
Okay.
That the fungus is not to be worried about.
there
That
you go.
that's
It's
just
all hype.
marketing.
It's all hype.
Yeah. So he answered it. He didn't
Okay.
dance around. I know I
Nice.
could trust Tom to get to the bottom of it and give me the truth
That's it.
because he's the coffee guy.
No.
Tom, if
I-
go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was about to end anyway. I was just gonna say. So yeah, I trust Tom.
Tom says I haven't had a good espresso. the espresso I had was from a machine at I was at this was for my croissant making class. It was at my croissant making class place, and they had a $1,000 espresso machine.
Okay.
So I like to think it would have been a pretty good, and they had the highest quality beans. They got a big old thing of big quality beans, so I think it could be considered a good espresso. So if that's
Are you familiar with the term?
Good as other espresso tastes like.
Are you familiar with the term PEBCAT?
What?
PEBCAT. The problem exists between computer and keyboard.
That sounds like the sound I make when I drink coffee.
That's IT
It's
lingo.
like kind of the same thing. Like you can have the most advanced coffee machine and the best beans, but if you have a trained monkey making it, there's only so much that the machine is going to fix for that guy. There's user error involved.
Beans, the magical fruit.
The more you eat, the more you chew.
So that's just my 2 cents on that. Like you could have a really good machine and a really good coffee and a really good grinder and have a really bad barista and you're still going to get bad coffee.
Okay. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Mike says
I don't know your barista. I didn't have the coffee or anything like that, but yeah, I mean, I used to barista. I can tell you if a shot is good if I was looking at it.
That's cool.
We got to get you and Tom in a coffee tasting competition. Who has the better, more refined palate?
We'll have a barista off.
Yes.
Oh, dude, dude, Tom's been doing it for 10 years. I did it for like 2. I mean, I'm pretty good because I was trained by the owner of the shop, and he was kind of a stickler. That's a nice way to say it. I don't want to say the other word.
Dude, this is a PG stream.
About it. That's right. That's why I was like, he's kind of a nope. Stickler about his coffee, and so he taught me about the crema and the little white angel's kiss in the middle of the crema that lets you know that the shot is poured to perfection, and it's 17.5 to 25 seconds for extraction, and if it goes under or over that, it's too watery or too over extracted and you're getting a bad shot. There's a lot that goes into making espresso by hand. And so, yeah, even if you have a really nice machine, if you have someone who doesn't know what they're doing, you're not going to get the product that you want.
Mm-hmm. Tom's, he's kind of trash talking. He's saying he has a sensory certificate from SCA. I don't know what that means.
I just bowed out, Tom. I don't know.
No, we're bringing
I just said.
This is gonna happen.
I will not.
Tom is flexing his barista muscles right now.
No,
I bow to your superior skills. You're the guy I go to for coffee advice. So yeah, nah. I mean, I'll have a coffee tasting session with you happily. I mean, because you're my friend, and I would love to drink coffee with you, and we both enjoy coffee, and we can talk about it. But a competition? No, you'll win. I mean, I'll go. I'll compete. I'll compete.
Thank you.
I'll have a positive mental attitude, and I'll do it. I'll go into the arbitrary competition for gentlemen's, but I definitely, if I was someone setting the odds, I would give the odds to Tom. So if you're taking bets, if you're planning on being a bookie, give him better odds than me. I'm the underdog, okay? Let's just be honest.
Tom says he'll.
I don't want to I don't want to. He probably will.
Tom wants to be your Mr. Miyagi. He wants to show you how to do it. Your Yoda.
Yeah, I would love. I can't make a panda latte. Let's put it that way. He can make a panda latte. He knows a lot more about coffee than me. I'm not even gonna try to puff my chest up and act like I could even. Yeah, no. I know a bit. I know enough to know how much I don't know. I'm just outside of the Dunning-Kruger Valley.
I love your sunglasses, Francesca.
Thank you. I need them right now.
Can you see the aliens with those?
I see everything.
Is that like the They Live sunglasses?
Mm-hmm.
I can see about everything from here with them on.
Ooh, we can see your laptop. Watching.
Yeah.
It's very meta.
Hello, me.
That's pretty much like how much training I like to get with things. I like to get just outside of the Dunning-Kruger Valley where I realize just how much more there is, but
how little you know and how much more there is.
And
yeah.
I just, guys, so I mentioned last night, I didn't sleep at all last night. I put on some Stranger Things because I'm like, oh, I'll just put it on for
Ooh.
background to watch.
Background. You picked the wrong thing to put on as background noise.
And now I was on season 1, episode 4 when I started. I'm on season 3, episode 3 now.
Yep, that's what happens.
What show is this?
Stranger Things.
Is that as far as
Oh,
you've
yeah,
been
I
in the
gotta,
series? You haven't watched. You're only on season 1.
No, I'm on season 3 now.
Oh, okay.
And there's 8 episodes in season 3.
Yeah.
So
I gotta catch up on season 2 with the pet monster, and then
yes.
I would say
or
no
watched episode
spoilers
1
on
of season 3
yet,
with.
though.
Yeah, we're in the no.
No,
spoiler
I haven't.
territory
I've only
still.
watched 1 episode of season 3 with Tom. He live streamed it.
Yeah.
Watched it in a rabbit room,
Mhm.
and that's all I watched of season 3, just enough so I could participate in the stream with everybody. And then I'm gonna go back and watch the rest of 2 and catch up to that episode. And hopefully, now that Tom seems to be feeling a bit better, he'll come on and watch episode 2 and stream that with us, and we can watch that together.
And I still think he needs
another
like a
viewing party soon.
recap. He needs to do like a recap episode. With the
Like
whole
last
series thus
time
far.
when reviewing
I-
Stranger Things.
I have a cool story about Stranger Things. I'll share with you guys.
Ooh.
On
Yeah,
season.
he should do the recap. I agree with that.
Totally.
I was gonna say on season 2, it kind of centered around the arcade. I'm not really giving any spoilers or anything for somebody who hasn't watched season 2. Most of the arcade games in there, a lot of them were a friend of mine's that lives in Atlanta, and that's where they filmed them.
No way.
And they rented out his arcade games, and they rented out a lot of his friends' arcade games to make that arcade and to film it all there.
That's
so-
so
So
cool.
crazy.
That's funny you mention
I
Atlanta,
wish they had
because you know how I've been.
Sorry, I was just saying like you guys know about Polybius?
Yes, I know
Yeah.
about Polybius.
Yeah.
The
I wish
game that
they-
never existed.
I wish they had like a secret Polybius in there because there was also like a little bit of not much, but there's like a thing about this. They like sprinkled in a thing about MK Ultra, and Polybius had a thing to do with that. So, like, I feel like that would have been a good like hidden thing that they could have added. I don't know if maybe they, for all I know, maybe they didn't.
Like a little Easter egg.
Yeah.
They had-
AVGN did a Polybius episode. It was pretty
Yeah,
good.
they had Polybius in The Simpsons too before.
Tom needs to do an episode on Polybius.
Yes.
There
Yeah.
you go, Tom. That's a good one for you,
Yeah,
Polybius.
that's a
Yeah.
good one, Polybius.
For those of you guys
for
that don't
sure.
know, the theory is whoever played it would die. So
Well, that and then also the Men
Yeah,
in Black
yeah.
would come and take all the data from it, and some
Mhm.
people say that it was part of MK Ultra. It was a whole thing.
he
Oh
said
wait, he says he already
covered
did.
it. Look at, we're not true fans. We're just
Wait,
like
what?
pretend
No.
fans.
I guess I need to go back. Or did you cover it on Tinfoil Conspiracy, or did you cover it on the
Chandrama.
show you did before that?
Hold on. I'm going to the interwebs. I'm trying to
We
confirm
got to
this.
see if Tom really did.
The
this. We don't believe
Who
you, Tom.
knows? Was that on Who Knows, or was that on Conspiracy
Tom-
ASMR?
Tom
That's what
doesn't
I'm
know
asking.
what he did and didn't do. He really doesn't know.
Well, no, because
It was
I haven't
earlier-
watched all
no,
of.
It wasn't.
I haven't watched all of the Who Knows podcasts, but I feel like I've seen all of the Conspiracy ASMR.
Yeah, I thought.
We're all fake fans of Tom. We're not real
Yeah,
fans.
Evidently. Hold
God.
on, I'm researching.
Oh, it was yeah.
Oh, but I was gonna
Conspiracy
say,
ASMR. It was a
Cece.
Conspiracy ASMR.
Oh,
Polybius.
he did 2 months ago. Whoops.
My
You guys are
gosh.
we're all fake fans. Sorry, Tom.
Dang.
Sorry,
I guess we're all
Tom.
gonna have to do a watch party tonight and watch the Polybius episode of Conspiracy
Oh.
ASMR together and
Yeah.
give him 5 views.
He did it on 420.
Oh,
Hey.
Oh.
Blazing.
Nice.
Yeah, that was
That's why
that was
Slick
just
didn't
before
see
I
it.
joined.
Oh,
I was busy. I was busy that day. It's a holiday. It was a high holiday.
yeah.
Dang.
Alligator sent a link to it in the chat
Oh,
in
there-
Oh,
Mike's.
thank you.
It's one of the
Yeah.
only holidays I celebrate every year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
It
was
makes a
pretty
great
busy
point.
that year.
Real
Aw.
friends do not watch all the streams. So we are real friends. Maybe not
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we graduated to friends. I'll stick with
There we
that.
go.
We're
I like that.
fake fans,
But
but
yeah,
real
so-
friends. There you go.
Yes.
Pep. Good.
You know how I've been talking about wanting to get out of Modesto because there's really not a lot here for like what I do basically. It's funny you mentioned Atlanta because somebody was saying that they just need people in Atlanta like crazy for editing and different like AV stuff and sound stuff and whatnot for filming. And I was like, so the 3 places I had nailed down that I wanted to go were like Portland, LA, or Atlanta. And the only reason Atlanta has lost out at this point is because it's on a completely different coast. And I'm like, that's a bit of a far move from California to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Oregon or
is
LA
nice, though.
seems, yeah, I've heard, and I've been there once. I went to the airport, so I mean, it wasn't like I got to stay there and see everything to see, but I was there for several hours. I mean, I got to, look around the airport and see brochures and whatnot. So I mean, it looked nice.
Kind of
I
dating
guess that's what brochures are for, though.
how long I've been going to E3. I used to go to E3 when it was in Atlanta, so that was a long time ago.
Yeah, I was in Atlanta in '93, so yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
I wish I could.
But
go.
I remember it being kind of nice.
Tom loves Portland. He's saying Portland is awesome. So is LA.
Yeah,
I mean,
those
Memphis
are the
is pretty
2
cool.
places I've.
Sorry,
That's it. That's all I was gonna say. Those are the 2 places
I-
I've narrowed it down to.
I do that all the time. Like somebody will be talking.
Oh, Francesca's gone again.
That's all right.
Oh,
Well,
no.
hopefully she can join back.
I tend to do that sometimes. I'll just talk at the same time as somebody and don't even realize I'm interrupting, and then I realize I am, and then I'm like, no, you did it again.
It's okay. You're great. You're wonderful. No one.
Thank you. That makes my heart happy.
And when that happens, you just have to speak louder and
Oh, yeah.
faster than the other person, then you automatically gain control of the conversation.
It's usually what ends up happening.
Yeah, that's how internet etiquette works. It's the person with the biggest voice that can be the loudest on the live stream wins.
Yep. And obviously, if you
If
can,
you
be a
can
keyboard
shout-
warrior,
Okay.
Yeah.
and do
Francesca's
all-
back.
She's back.
Hey,
Yeah. Remember,
Oh.
if I can teach you guys anything about live streaming in YouTube, it's caps lock is cruise control for cool. And basically turn the gain on your mic up just slightly lower than the point where you get
You're gonna
feedback
laugh. My
so that
phone.
you come across way over everybody else on the stream and you can just drown out any competition. That's how you win arguments on YouTube live streams when you're in a debate channel. Like, we're just hanging out, but yeah, that if you ever went to Internet Blood Sports before and saw what those guys did, that's basically how you win.
that's funny.
We
Just-
got double
just
dogs
talk real
around
loud.
here.
Oh, you
Yeah.
got a dog too? Oh yeah, you
Wow.
do. How old's your dog?
I don't know, maybe about 3.
3. Mine's 5.
Oh,
Aw.
he's a fluffy bub. His name's Tinker.
Mine's Otto.
Oh, I also have a bloodhound named Lucy. Oh, Tink's leaving.
All I have is this.
I'm leaving? I'm not leaving.
No, I said Tink. That's what I call my dog.
Oh. I thought you said Sleek's leaving. I'm like, no.
Get out of your sleep! No.
I have nothing to do. I mean, I got to feed the dogs later. Speaking of dogs, but yeah, no, I'm just hanging out. I'm here. I'm in it. I even found a workaround for my lettuce problem.
Ah.
Oh. Yep, you got that
Tink,
figured
no,
out.
you can't. He's like
All right,
calling
bud,
us
you're
the
down.
keyboard for pets.
He wants to say something in chat.
Speaking of saying
now I can be
something, Francesca, you have
now I
not
can be
said anything in like
inconspicuous.
10 minutes, so
Okay.
go.
Something.
Start talking.
Yeah.
Something.
We're gonna wait for you. So now
I'm
there's
saying
no
something right
pressure
now.
Nope. Now go ahead.
No good.
Something.
Something.
Something. Something.
Insert
it's literally-
words of importance here.
It's literally just that I can't talk over people, and Sleek can hold a very good conversation.
Oh, my dog heard something.
Me? No. I'm a mute.
So Lou just said his dog passed away last week. So I'm
Congratulations.
sorry to
Oh,
hear
sorry,
that, Lou. That
Oh.
sucks.
My
I can't even imagine.
condolences, Lou.
Can't even
I'm
imagine,
sorry.
Lou. That sucks.
My condolences to everybody who lost somebody recently, because I know that as a community, as a larger community, we recently just all lost a fan and a friend.
Yeah.
I didn't know him as well as others, but
Ernie.
others, yeah, Ernie Three Farts, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of people right now are going through it, and so my condolences to everybody that is dealing with that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. It's so weird. I can't believe he's gone because you see him I saw him in the
Yep.
chats all the time. So
Yeah, I recognize the name, but it wasn't like how I wasn't as close with him like how I am with you guys. You know what I mean? Where
Right.
I talked to him regularly and got to know him like you guys did. So yeah, but still, he was a member of the community, and that's sad whenever you lose a member of your community. And when your friends hurt, you hurt. So I feel for you guys.
yeah, and I would say this is like one of the nicest communities like ever. So it kind of all started with Nathan. Nathan just has a lot of good people that hang out with him, and Tom and all those guys. So it's a great community to be part of.
Well,
Yeah.
it's. Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Maggie.
Or well, like just before I kind of got into the Mike community, like the sub community of Nathan, the Mike community, if you will.
It's basically the Tom community that I stole. So it's really fun.
Yeah. pretty
Let's
much.
give credit where credit's due, of course.
Well, just before I kind of joined this little community, my mom had just passed away from a long battle with cancer, and so I was kind of going through stuff. But being able to join this, and you guys, like, I want to thank like everyone in this community, like from the bottom of my heart. Like, thank you. You've given me a good place to be happy, talk about things, and not have to worry about that all the time. And you're not alone if you are going through that, fear that I lost anyone. Like,
No, you're never alone. My dad passed away when I was young too, so it's hard, but you'll get through it.
we love you.
My dad passed away 7 years ago of a drug overdose, and so yeah, I could totally relate to losing a parent. It's tough, even though I'm sure we both have different emotions about our parents regarding what the circumstances. The loss is still a loss.
It's still your parent.
Yeah. Like, I'm still a little angry with my dad about the whole thing, but because it wasn't a sickness. It was he made a decision to do something stupid. But anyway, I digress. What I was gonna say about the positivity and all that, like you guys were saying, was it's like last night I was sitting in voice chat with Lindsay's Marie in Discord, one of our friends, mutual friends that we all I think have talked to, and she just she made friends with somebody on whatever online gaming platform she was on. I don't remember if it was PlayStation or Xbox, and it doesn't matter. They're all the same basically. You know what I mean? But she was playing Overwatch, and like one of the people, they like added each other on the service, and they sent back and forth some nice messages to each other. I'm not going to go into all the details and everything. She did screenshot them and post them on Discord. I'm not sharing private stuff or anything like that, but I just don't want to bore people with a bunch of mushy messages from a Xbox chat. But it just shows that when you put positivity out into the world, you get it back, and that's what's happening with this community. Naya's put something positive out into the world, and he's drug his friends Mike and Tom and Chappie and everybody else that's in the community that's creating, and now those of us that are watching and appreciating the positivity that's coming, just opening our hearts and everything else that we can to keep it growing and keep it wholesome like it is, and keep it the way that it's intended to be, which is a positive, wholesome, supportive place for all of us to come and create. We're here to fix YouTube, basically.
Yeah, that's what that's what we need more of. We need more people like that's why on my streams I always try to keep people off of politics, and I just people. I just want good people.
You're cutting out, bro.
That's all that matters. So So who's cutting out? Was I?
Yeah,
No,
you were for a
finally.
second.
Okay. Somebody.
Oh, maybe it was
Well, if I could,
me
I
I
then.
think it might be you.
Maybe I was cutting out.
if I could say in some better news, Tom said in Mike's chat that he finally got over 4,000 views.
Really?
Congratulations, Tom.
Hey, welcome.
That's
Now
awesome.
YouTube can take 30% of your money, Tom.
That's right. You made it. Get that YouTube
Yeah,
money,
now
buddy.
you can get. Oh, wait,
Congratulations.
I shouldn't have turned that camera. There we go.
That's awesome.
I hope YouTube gets fixed though. But something did change with YouTube about 2 years ago, and it just like it was weird how the views just stopped. And Tom,
Well,
Tom
it was
I
the
talked
whole.
to Tom and Nathan about it, but yeah, it was crazy.
It was the whole adpocalypse thing was one part of it, and basically people who would have wanted to be creators, who would have wanted to come and explore YouTube as a platform, suddenly saw the money fall out, that they weren't going to be able to fund anything, basically, as far as they could, and especially I noticed this because you guys know, I'm trying to build my own multimedia studio, and this is my, or like whatever you call it, my temporary office until I can get back into a permanent space again, because I got robbed a few years ago, and I've been trying to recoup equipment and get everything back up and running and all that. And so like in a week or two, I'll be getting a new DSLR and stuff, and I'll be getting back to being able to create again, hopefully, knock on wood. But yeah, I just lost train of thought.
Happens.
Mm-hmm.
I've been building all of that up, and it's like doing this it's tough, and to have a community like this that supports creators and helps out, that's immense. Because a lot of people, that's what I was going to say. I wanted to teach people here locally how to make YouTube videos and stuff so that they could do their own streams. Because I believe that, like, if you're into something, there's somebody somewhere that's into that. I saw a dip channel, like tobacco that you put in your lip.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There's a guy reviewing. I don't even like it. My dad does it, but I just happened to see the channel because the guy did a vape review, and I found out that his whole channel was about chewing tobacco. And I'm like, you can literally just, whatever your hobby is, whatever you're into, if you're knowledgeable enough about it and you're entertaining and you have a personality and a camera and a little bit of editing skills, in theory, you could have a successful YouTube channel that people that like that same thing that you like will come and watch. Like Mike Lombardo with his 3D printing and his making stuff. There's definitely a genre for that. There's definitely people that, Mike and I were already talking about channels that we both watch that do exactly that.
Yeah.
So,
Mike, if I can interject, did Mike ever have come up with a name for the?
Nope.
No.
3D printer contest, it's still ongoing. The next time I do a Let's Build live stream, I'll let everyone know the day before, and everyone can submit their final suggestions to name my 3D printer. And whoever's name I pick will win a $50 Amazon gift card. So there's that.
Cool.
So make it count. Anyway, sorry, Sleep.
Oh, no, I was just saying, so it's like, create something. If you want to go on YouTube and do something, you should do it. But then the adpocalypse happened, and everyone's like, oh, I can't get ad revenue from YouTube. And it's like, no, but you can still do Patreon. You can still do Streamlabs. You can still sell your own merch. You can still, get some kind of something that's related to what you're doing that you can sell through Amazon or something to get people to go buy that from your Amazon link or whatever. There's streams of revenue for people that are entrepreneurs. You want lots of streams of revenue coming into your business to make it profitable. I'm sure that CC knows exactly what I'm talking about because he's a CEO.
That's right. I'm the CEO of a game store.
Right, so I'm preaching to the choir here to some degree.
I'll be right back. I need to do something real quick.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, I keep having
Stream
to leave.
etiquette.
She's gotta go do a math problem.
I gotta go do a quick math problem.
Yeah, figured.
Okay.
Yeah, anybody can do YouTube, even if you're not getting monetized. Even Tom and Mike still get donations, and without
which is
being officially
boggles my
monetized.
mind.
And even getting monetized,
Well, yeah,
you really don't earn that much unless you're getting, hundreds of thousands of views. So
Well, especially when you're small, people are more willing. I think maybe I'm wrong, but I think people are more willing to donate to you when you're small or you're just starting out, or when you have a lot of heart, like how Nathan's project, or not Nathan's project, but this dad thing, whoever's making it, that we don't know, that are deep faking our friend. I'm still following it, even though I kind of feel bad, but I'm hoping that he'll be able to claim those videos at some point just based on it having his likeness, and he'll get all of that revenue.
Right.
He'll be able to do something where he can take all of that revenue back and get it all, settled for him. But in the meantime, I'm just watching and, looking into what's happening, of course. So, but it certainly seems like, with this all, going well, and there's a lot of, production value, as Mike would say, going into this thing for an independent project made by a small, well, it might not be a small creator, I guess, but, it seems like a small creator, and his friends, from what I can tell. Some of the people that I've seen look suspiciously like other people that I know at conventions and stuff, and deep fakes of, so it's interesting, but it's like
I'm working on getting a kid. Well, I shouldn't say he's a kid. He's 21, but he's handicapped, and he's not mentally handicapped, but he's physically handicapped, and he wants to stream, and he's actually really good at video games, and I'm interested to see how he plays video games myself. So I think he could be a really good streamer. So I'm going to help him get set up. And he comes into my store all the time.
Definitely. I would. Yeah.
I think people would be
awesome.
interested in watching how he does it, because he's got multiple problems, and also when you see him, your life doesn't seem so bad when you see this kid. And this kid's always happy.
Oh, my lighting is so much better. Sorry, I got distracted.
Look at Ricky Berwick, how big he is, and he's got
I love him. Yeah,
he's awesome. Yeah,
he is awesome.
Mean, you know what I mean. But he's always positive. He's always doing some kind of weird, wacky thing, and and like you said, when you go onto Twitter and you see Ricky Berwick posted a little, I don't know what you call it, Vine or whatever, a little short video of him Hulk smashing something or whatever, It makes your life a little bit better. It makes you feel a little bit better about everything, because as much as everything gets down on you, you look at him and he's still happy, and he's doing his video thing.
Yep.
Come here.
And you're like, maybe I'm a little petty about what I'm bitching about in comparison, and maybe I should just
like have you ever seen that comedian David Lynch? I believe that's his name. He's the comedian with the stutter.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen him. Yeah.
He came second place in America's Got Talent.
Yes.
He's hilarious, but
he's really funny. I think I saw one of his reaction videos where an audience member was making fun of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I keep
amazing
getting
comeback for
that.
them. Huh? Friska?
I keep getting a recommendation for that video.
It's awesome. It's so good.
I love his dog vlogs, because I love my dogs. My pup's here licking me, wanting attention. And I'm like, I'm busy, pup.
Yep. That's what my dog does all the time.
Going back to what we were talking about earlier in text, Mike, I watch those videos of like Modern Rogue or like Scam School, and Hack 5, where they show you how to do all these cool like nifty things of building your own network or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, I could totally do that. It would take me like twice as long as it takes them, and I would definitely get caught in the process. Like somebody would be like, I'd be like having the bump key and the little like tapper thing in my hand and watching the Scam School as I'm trying to do it. It'd be like, What's going on here? Oh, I'm trying to watch this video and figure out how to break into this door. Hold
Right.
on.
Nothing to see here. Just keep moving on.
Nothing to see here. Just practicing on this door with this video.
Right.
I'll close it when I'm done. Yeah.
And me, I'm just breaking into this building.
Nothing to see.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah.
moving. Nothing.
Mike, you just
Unplugging
got
things
called
in the
out.
server room. They're like,
What do you mean?
Fart Doctor says you can't beat Contra without the Konami code. Is that true? Can you confirm that?
I mean, I can. I mean, Nathan, I'm sure, would need the Konami code. Bart Doctor obviously needs the Konami code. I mean, if anything, I wish there was a Konami code to take lives away from me when I play. I only need one.
Do you know the Konami code? Come on, Mike, go. Let's say the Konami code.
Up, down, down, left, right, BA, start.
All right, I got to give you some credit. You did know it.
Come on.
Command.
Everyone knows the Konami code. I know the Konami code.
not
But
everyone.
I enter AB start to get lives taken away because, unlike Bart Doctor, I don't need the extra lives.
You do it backwards. You do like
Yeah. I donate them to the next player. Obviously. Come on.
obviously.
I just stand there and let them kill me a couple of times before I actually start playing. I'm just like, go ahead, shoot me. You know.
Yep.
I don't bother with the code.
One guy. No.
Yeah, one life.
One life. It's the only way to do
Hardcore
it.
speed mode.
You know what's
right.
funny is I just thought of. I'm pretty sure there's an episode of Beat Tom where Tom and Nathan played the arcade game, and I watched it. And who won, Tom? If you're still in here, I think it was Tom that won. But I'm pretty sure they played the arcade game Contra, and there is no code in the arcade.
So Tom wins sometimes on Beat Tom?
Sometimes.
Time.
Uh,
I think Tom might have taken off.
I thought the whole premise of the show was just Tom getting beat. I didn't know if I wanted to really watch that. I was like, I don't know if I could take watching my friend just lose every video.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think Tom downplays his
I might
skill a lot.
have to go check that out. I might have to go check out Beat Tom.
One of the games that my dad got, like when we first got Xbox 360 or Xbox One, was Dragon's Lair.
Oh,
And
I love
used to
Dragon.
play that to death. I saved the princess lots of times, and every time I was like, this poor princess needs clothing.
Oh my god, when that came out when I was a kid, that was like the most amazing thing in the whole world to see that. It was so different than any other arcade game.
Oh yeah, my dad. Yeah, it was like revolutionary.
It was, and it was like everything was a quarter then, and it was like 50 cents or $1, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's so expensive."
Wait, what game was that?
Dragon's Lair.
Dragon's Lair.
Oh yeah, I hated that game because I remember being a kid and my mom worked across the street from the Chuck E. Cheese. So a lot of times for lunch, when she would want to take me to pizza, we would go to the Chuck E. Cheese because they had video games, and I would sink so many tokens into that stupid game because like. I thought it was like a cut scene. I was like, okay, and then when the cartoon ends, the game starts, right? No. And then you figure out that, like, that's one token. Right there, you're dead.
I got in trouble when I was a kid. I used to steal quarters from my mom to go play games. All the time.
We have the change jar.
I just stole quarters. I was a quarter thief.
And then there's like the point in time where there's just no quarters in the jar.
Aw.
I was a thief.
Yeah, I remember being a kid and not being able to figure out that you had to move the joystick like almost perfectly when the little flashing thing happened in the cartoon. And I just wanted to watch the cartoon. I was like, can I just give you quarters and watch what happens?
movie?
Like, how about, yeah.
Sauce
Can I get the
bucket is
DVD
correct.
version of this game?
I'm sure on YouTube. Nowadays, I'm sure you could just look it up and watch all the cutscenes.
You can.
Oh, that's a good point. I should do that.
Low T money.
But one of the best things about the good thing on the Xbox One or whatever console it was that there was there were like different modes. So there was like an easy mode where it like showed you what direction you gotta go. Because some of them are more obvious than others, and by that I mean it's completely indiscernible when you gotta go.
Yeah, that's
And
what I was saying. You just didn't know, and you die every time so much.
And then there's also
So
like,
many tokens.
then there's like infinite lives, and then there was my favorite was the one where it goes in order of the rooms, so it's not randomized, so you don't have to memorize each room. I don't know. I liked playing it though. My dad.
No, I loved the art style. It was a cool looking game, and the concept of it was innovative as all get out, but it was frustrating as heck to play as a kid when I was like a little kid and it was a brand new game in an arcade cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
I was
What?
younger than you are even, so yeah.
So Fart Doctor just asked, I don't know where this is going, Mike, but Mike Lombardo was Golden Axe based on your life. I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't understand.
It was just so crazy. I had to say it. I don't know where he's going with that. But
I don't
let's-
either.
let's
I
see
mean,
what
if
he-
it was basically someone beating Golden Axe, then yeah, obviously. But if it's just like a casual playthrough where there's multiple deaths, then no. But I don't know. I'd have to have context.
Do you fear Death Adder?
What?
Oh, he does. Death Adder's the main bad guy in that game. See, you're not a true gamer. If you're a true gamer, you would have
Well,
known
true
that.
gamers only play real good games.
What are you talking about? That's a great game.
Are you talking about Sonic? Because I don't know if that counts.
No, Golden
No.
Axe. Golden Axe, old game. It's a beat 'em
Golden
up.
Axe was awesome.
Is that like a Golden Eye?
No,
No.
it's like it's not a platformer. It's like
It's a beat 'em up. You,
Yeah, it's a beat 'em up. Exactly.
yeah, you just beat a
You
bunch
had a
of.
big axe and you chuck it and it goes in an arc and
If you select
yeah.
that character.
yeah. I was just gonna say there was multiple characters. They each had their own weapon. I liked the guy that chucked the axe, so that's
I
Was
always
it
use
the
Golden?
dwarf. I think it was the dwarf
Yeah,
who
Yeah, I
had
always
the
use that
axe.
guy too.
Was the axe golden, Sleek?
Yeah, I think it was.
Good.
I think, or if you got it powered up, it was. It might not have been at first. I can't remember. It's been a while since I played that game. But
Otherwise, the
at
name
some
is
point,
Chuck.
you got a golden axe if you played the axe guy, and that's why everybody played the axe guy.
Adam Soul said
The
all
game
his
was Golden
quarters
Axe.
went to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Simpsons arcade.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Similar.
Those were awesome.
Oh
I
my
actually
God.
have the turtles in my garage right now that I'm working on. The arcade.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was later for me, but I definitely remember sinking some coins into those two games
Turtle.
too, especially Turtles in Time.
Yeah. I just got that. Well, not just got that. I got that a little while ago on Genesis. Full inbox.
Nice.
You got
With the
Teenage
man.
Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Hyperstone heist.
Is that what I got?
Yes, it is not. It is not the same game.
Whatever.
I'll go look it up. Go look it up. Test my knowledge, Mike. You know me. I own a game store. I do this for a living.
I'm questioning my own knowledge on what I got.
But I will
don't
tell
remember at
you,
this point.
that is one of my favorite
I got
versions.
Hyperstone.
The Hyperstone heist.
Okay.
Yes. It is real close. It's very similar.
Yeah.
Very, very similar.
The game I got recently that was from my childhood was this was little baby Maggie era is Freddy Fish and the Creature of Coral Cove. I saw that was on Steam and I'm just like, oh, the nostalgia.
Is that
I
like a
remember
Club
Freddy
Penguin thing?
No, it's
No,
like
it's like a Scholastic Books thing,
no, not even
like
that. It's by
an
Humongous
educational.
Entertainment, who made like Pajama Sam and
Yeah, exactly. It's like what Brutal Moose plays on his channel.
exactly.
I don't know what
It's
any
those
of
same
these games
people.
are.
It's Freddy Fish, and I had the last one. I had the Creature of Coral Cove, and I was playing it, and I realized I never beat the game as a child. I was that dumb.
It's because it wasn't about math.
Right.
No, it wasn't about math.
Yeah.
It was about
If it was a
something.
math game, you'd have killed it.
No, it was about puzzle solving.
What? Fart Doctor. Fart Doctor just said Aladdin on Genesis isn't a good game. You're crazy, Fart Doctor.
Aladdin's a really good game.
That's a really good game.
Like
I
one of
gotta
the best
call him out on that
platformers
one.
on
Everything
Genesis.
on Genesis is a good game. I
Not
don't
everything.
think this guy has. Okay,
But Aladdin,
Mortal Kombat on Genesis, Mortal Kombat on Super Nintendo. Which one's better?
it was better on
Blood
Super
on
Nintendo,
Genesis.
I think. But the first Mortal Kombat had the blood code on Genesis,
Right.
so it's got to win on the blood. Now, Mortal
Exactly.
Kombat 2 was
That's
better
what
on
I'm saying.
Super Nintendo, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, yeah, but they got over themselves about the blood thing at some point, I think, because
Yeah.
when like Trilogy came out on 64, like they were like, whatever.
Trilogy on 64 and PlayStation is really good too.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Because I remember like Mortal Kombat 1, it was like I got a Genesis because no blood code on Super Nintendo.
I have to fight
I
Soft
ended up-
Bucket though, because I am a Sega guy and he's saying Super Nintendo was better. But
Well, he's
yeah.
obviously wrong. Come on.
I know there's people now arguing Super Nintendo or Genesis. I was a Sega guy back then. I was actually a big Sega fanboy back in the day. But they're both really good.
How big CC? Let's compare notes
geez,
on
my favorite
Sega
system-
Genesis fanboy.
Well, my favorite system of all time is Dreamcast, but I love Sega Genesis. I have a Keith Apicary signed Sega Genesis and Sega CD right over to my left.
That's pretty awesome. But I'm just more going back in time. Like I had the Sega TV. I had the service through the cable company.
I wish that was never available in my area, and I was so jealous because I wanted to play Mega Man: The Wily Wars.
It was so terrible, but you could play some games on it. It was like
What it was a Sega channel for everybody that doesn't know, and you plug this cartridge into your Genesis, and it had a cable, like your cable line, and you could download games. You could play them, and it would store it in memory, and it was a service that you paid for by the month. So it was basically Netflix for Genesis back in the day. And it was really
the first, if you think about it, it was the first streaming game service ever.
It was. Sega's so ahead of their time on so many things. That was one of them. And then they had that game, Mega Man: The Wily Wars, which was basically Mega Man 1, 2, and 3 with better graphics. And it was only on the Sega channel. Now, kind of cool. You could play it emulated now, but it is actually going to be on the Genesis Mini that is coming out this fall. So it'll be the first time it's officially available in America.
Yeah, I can't wait to get that.
That's awesome. I recently found my dad's SNES, and I wanted to hook it up and play like some of the games that my dad played as a kid. But it's missing a cable, and I'm sad.
I know a guy that has cables. What cable are you missing?
I don't know which one. I like tried to. Well, I mean, I don't have it near me right now at this moment in time.
The cable that goes to the TV.
Or the power.
Or the power.
I think it may have been the cable that plugs into the TV.
Send me a message. I'll get you one.
Thank you. Because
you send a picture and draw a circle around the port that you need the cord for, and
exactly.
Because he has Donkey Kong Country.
That's a good game.
I wanted to play Donkey Kong Country. I've got a couple games I've always wanted to play. Like I've heard were good and like were some groundbreaking games like Banjo-Kazooie. I want to play Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Conker's Bad Fur Day is a good one.
I love Conker's Bad Fur Day. You just got my attention.
I've never played it.
The music in that game is so great. Oh, dude, you're gonna love the Great and Mighty Pooh. So that's my favorite part of the whole game.
Was that like
no spoilers, but yeah.
Was that a children's game or was it a teen game?
It was mature.
No, it is far from a children's game. It's one of the first mature games I remember seeing where I went. Finally, they made a game for kids, basically.
It looked like kids games, but it was mature.
Nah.
Yeah. It was kind of like Leisure Suit Larry.
Right.
I know about Leisure Suit Larry. I know them from Game Grumps.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a normal game, and it ends up being very, very not. It's got some swearing and some dirty humor, some potty humor in it.
Pip says she needs a capture card so she can stream Conkers. Pip, you could probably emulate it and stream it without it.
If you own the original version.
Yeah, only legally if you own the original version. So that would be a good way to stream it without a capture card.
Yeah.
How do you think get an emulator?
Carefully.
Dude, Google search will pop up.
Yeah.
That little blurb.
I don't think there's anything wrong with having the emulator, or the
unless they're using illegal BIOS.
Right.
Right.
It's the ROMs that you get in trouble for, right? If you get your
Exactly.
ROMs from the wrong sources.
Are some legal ROMs though. There are some ROMs that are legal to get.
No,
But-
yeah, that's what I was saying. You can get them. You can get them through the proper channels and be okay, right?
Yeah.
As long as you already own the games.
It's kind of a
So that
gray
you don't-
area on a lot of them.
Yeah.
That being said, everybody does it. So
Right.
But yeah, you can set up a MAME cabinet, and if you have all the games that you install on it, like you're fine, right?
I have
is
a
it just
MAME
like having like Steam or Origin or any of
No.
those things?
It's
no.
like having a software application like Microsoft Excel and then loading up a game.
yeah,
Through Microsoft Excel.
Well, it's just like having a program on your computer.
it's just a program.
It's like
yeah.
playing the games on your calculator.
Yeah.
It's like having Ubuntu on your computer, and you need to run a program that requires Windows. So you open a program in
Wine.
Ubuntu that Wine, exactly, that pretends like it's Windows. It's called Wine. That's where I was going. And it's a Windows emulator, hence Wine, W-I-N-E.
Yep.
Win emulator, Wine. And so then you can open Windows apps in your Ubuntu, which is not Windows, and it'll play that app for you. Same thing, you can open a Nintendo game in Windows, which is not the Nintendo OS,
Right.
and still play Nintendo games with the NES emulator, as long as you have the files for that game to play that ROM,
Yeah.
but not illegally. You need to buy them legally
Oh,
or find them legally.
you have to buy them off of the internet. You can't like
I mean,
If you own, like, a
I don't want to
cartridge, you can't,
condone
like, get
anything
off
that
the
is not,
cartridge.
appropriate, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying
Yeah,
you
there-
have to.
I mean,
I'm
if
saying that if you don't want to
be
get
dead
in
and commit
trouble,
crimes, you do you.
Yeah, if you
right?
want to look,
I'm not.
just Google SNES 9X. That's one of the emulators out there. That's one of the better ones. And
I have
then
one up.
Yeah.
if you Google that, you'll find 1,000 million videos on everything you need to know.
Yeah. You can find emulators pretty easy, but yeah,
Yeah.
with the ROMs is where you have to be careful, and that's why I'm saying I don't want to encourage anybody to do anything.
Right, it's
Not
legal
good.
if you own it. If you own
Right.
it,
It's
Yes.
there's the Hyperstone heist
Beautiful.
on my phone.
do things the right way so you don't end up in jail, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just approved Mike before the Hyperstone heist. I think it's backwards, but oh well.
Nice.
No, it's forwards.
Okay, what's
Yeah, it
backwards
was
on my
forward to me.
Yeah.
Well,
Are you guys
just
gonna be
don't
here
have
for
the
a
high
second? Because I'm gonna
definition
go
like-
Yep.
grab a beverage. Yeah, that's my excuse. Stream etiquette. I have to go grab a beverage and see a man about a horse. I'll be right back.
Dude,
All right.
that's what I did that while I was off doing things.
Yeah. We saw your gallon of beverage that you have.
Yeah.
As
Hold
if
on.
you're crossing a desert and will never see another drink again.
Got my big gulp.
Jeez.
I
had a
also, I don't know if
huge-
this is,
Thing I've been drinking too, but it's water, just flavored water.
I also have a bag of chips.
All that and a bag of chips.
Well, half a bag of chips.
What kind of chips? What kind of chips are we eating?
Kettle cooked.
Reduced fat too, so they're good for you.
Yep, exactly.
Mike's just shaking his head because Mike is Mike, you still getting up at 4 a.m. every day?
Every morning, 4:30.
I
At
do.
the gym by 5.
You're nuts.
I get up at 5 every morning to talk to my girlfriend before she goes to work.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, so you're one of those people. I see people like that all the time at the gym. At 5:30, they're just talking to someone, just chatting away. At 5:30, I'm like, who are you talking to?
Mike,
Well-
Lou is really concerned about your health. He says you need to hydrate. He told me to tell you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause Lou
hydrate.
knows if I don't drink enough wet water, I get massive headaches. So Lou
Hydrate and
knows.
tip
I
your
appreciate that.
surgeons.
Huh?
Said hydrate and tip your surgeons.
Yes, tip your surgeons,
Tip your
please.
surgeons.
Tip
I'm gonna make a
your surgeons.
T-shirt for that.
Yeah, I keep forgetting. I should do it now.
Steve Smith just said he has a working Sega Nomad. So do I, and that was the original Switch. That was the
Yep.
first Switch.
That was the OG.
Yeah.
Virtual Boy was first VR, but we blocked that out.
That wasn't really VR.
Ugh.
First, technically, the first. Apparently, he died. The guy that invented that.
Same guy that invented the Game Boy made the Virtual Boy.
Yeah, and he like died or like killed.
Well, Nintendo, you know what Nintendo did to him? That was because the Virtual Boy was like such a failure. They shamed him by giving him like the crappiest office in Nintendo because they don't fire anybody over there. They gave him an office with like no windows and stuff, and they wouldn't give him any work to do. So he just had to come to work and sit in his office.
So it was like Milton from Office Space.
Yeah, he just had to come and work and not do much of anything.
That's pretty miserable.
Yeah. And he created the Game Boy. So he had a huge success, but then he had a huge failure.
Can't let your failures outweigh your successes.
Yep.
Well, that was a pretty big failure to be frank.
Yeah.
Well, which is worse? I mean, which is better? The money gained from the Game Boy and its popularity, or the money lost by the Virtual Boy?
Exactly. The Game Boy was way, should outweigh the one failure. But yeah, they Nintendo was not too happy with him. Not in the mind of Keith Apicary, Alex.
Right.
Yep. Keith Apicary's Virtual Boy song.
I remember I was in economics, like there was a whole thing about like sumo wrestlers and like sumo wrestlers cheating. And then it was like because there's something about like if you have a certain score, then like then you stay in like the upper ranks. But if you go beneath those amount of winning matches, then you will like lose. Or you'll be bumped down and be like a shame. And like people would cheat. I don't know. It seemed like it was relevant, but then as I went on, I realized it wasn't.
Nailed it.
So just never mind.
What's up, buddy?
Now everyone will be Googling what happens with sumo wrestlers and playing fair. So at least you got that going for you.
I guess I learned
Always
about it, and
not
it's like put on a movie in my economics class called Freakonomics. It was cool. It was interesting. It was like making.
Dude, that movie is great.
It is. It was good. I liked it.
The
and I'm
book
like,
is really good too.
Yeah. I'm like, I kind of want to look it up and read it myself. Like, and I used to have a book. I gave it to my favorite teacher for her birthday. Because her birthday was hard because, it's September 11th. Her birthday is September 11th. So, her birthday's hard. I'm going in a circle. But I gave her my favorite book, and it was about, like, insane scenarios happening. It was like, what would happen if there was a mole of moles? And it was like, well, first off, there'd be a layer of moles thicker than the Earth's crust, and most of the layers beneath that. And then what if we shot them in outer space, and there'd be a moon of moles? It was just funny.
My dog, I think, is wanting to go out.
Oh.
Ruh-roh. Yeah, and I think it's almost
Yeah.
it's almost my dog's time too.
That was a big yawn.
So you guys are gonna take your dogs out
puppy.
and leave
I
me
think.
and Maggie here?
Well, I got to do some stuff here shortly too.
I'm messing with you.
I know Mike's got some secret projects he's got to work on, and so do
I
I.
have to be an adult.
Yeah, adulting sucks though.
Yeah,
I agree.
Oh,
I guess
I can't wait to do it.
I guess it's off to voice chat on Discord for us.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you guys for hanging out though.
Yeah, thank you all. This
Yeah,
is a
no
blast.
problem.
Thank
Anytime. Just let me know. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
I
had
think
lots of fun.
And for Seska, thank you, our fallen
thank you
padre,
for Seska.
wherever you are. Thank
Even
you.
though she was really quiet, she needs to speak up.
I
I don't
didn't
think she
donate
did.
because I was actually in here, but I'll go back and fix that in a second.
No, it was nice seeing you in person, Sleek.
Yeah.
I'm on my
I
phone,
see
so
you.
it's hard to
And Maggie.
multitask. You know what I mean? I couldn't pick my phone up and make Streamlabs donations while I was filming myself,
No,
talking to
don't
you
worry about
guys.
it.
So I'll fix it. I'll
Don't
fix
make
it
Mike
after I
turn
log
the
off.
stream around.
no, don't worry
I
about
will
it.
turn the stream around.
Yeah, look at Mike. He's like the pro already. I talked him into streaming at too many games, and he's got catchphrases. He's got all the
I
attitude.
am
He's got
ready.
production
I'm
value.
ready for that YouTube money.
I'm gonna
On
see
my
if
way
I
to
can.
100 subs.
We need to make Mike some shirts. We need like a
That's-
hashtag tip your surgeons. Don't make me turn this stream around.
Well, with that attitude,
Yeah, with that attitude. Yeah, well,
Yeah, not with that attitude.
We
that's
should do that
Um,
with the TKO.
right.
Like those are the only 3 you can add, and then just make up the thing for the shirt picture.
Amazing.
Jersey Mike's killed Jersey Mike.
Kill Jersey Mike is a good one. That's
Beat
a
Nate,
good
do
one.
crimes.
Remember the time that Jersey Mike's killed you?
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
I would probably buy a Be Nate Do Crimes shirt, but I know Nathan would never make that shirt.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen.
Oh, dude, have you not seen my screen press? I'll make the shirt.
Someone made an awesome
If there's a-
graphic of Nathan in like his boxers doing a backflip and said "Be Nay Do Crimes." It was amazing. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's
Dude,
in
I'd buy the
those
shirt.
guys. It's in those guys, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can
Incredible.
totally make that shirt. I have the equipment. I mean, I can order some chemicals from
United
Ryonet.
Nuclear.
That's the one.
Support.
Ryonet.
Oh.
I can get the emulsion from Ryonet, and I can make that shirt. Get some ink and make that shirt.
That'd be.
If-
So Pip just said Verseska made that graphic.
Ooh.
Yeah, Francesca made the graphic. I'll just ask V's permission to use the graphic to make the
think
shirt, and
it's
we
so
should
good.
be okay. And I'll give credit to her. And if we make any money off of the shirt, I'll give a cut
Should
of
go
it
to
to
the fund
Francesca.
the stream. Fund Nathan and Tom streams.
All right. Well,
Yeah. Well, exactly. But I mean, I'll give a little bit to Francesca for
Yeah,
providing
yeah.
the artwork.
Everyone gets a little bit. It's democracy.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
all right.
Well, thank
Well,
you guys.
yep. Thanks again. I gotta get out of here because I gotta take care of I gotta go be an adult. Unfortunately.
All right.
Okay.
Talk to you guys later.
Talk to you
Have
guys
a good
later.
one.
Have a great night, guys.
I'm
Take
sure I'll
care.
see you in the Discord,
yeah.
Maggie, in a second.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll try to
All
be
right.
more active in the Discord. That's my problem. I don't
Yes,
get
you
into
need
stuff.
to.
I know.
What you need to do, CC, is do what I do. Put your phone in your pocket, ignore the text chat, log into voice chat, and then just walk around and do whatever you're normally doing, and then just talk to everybody as if they're just sitting in the room with you. It makes for awkward grocery store trips.
Yep, I was about to say.
Yeah.
But you know, the people that are talking to you get over it because they didn't know you in the first place.
That's funny.
All right. I do
All right,
gotta
folks.
go. My dog's looking at me
All
like,
right.
"Hey, I gotta go up here." So
Talk to you guys
Bye,
later.
guys.
Bye.
Take care.
later, everybody.
Bye.